Hello! Hi, all of you garbage people in chat. Thank you for tuning in for Dark Sun. We are doing another run through this chaotic apocalyptic wasteland using the Dungeon World rule set, just like we do every Saturday. And thanks for tuning in. We've got the same cast of characters that that you've come to know and love over the past couple of weeks, and hopefully they will remain to be characters that you, people and characters that you love going forward. Otherwise, if you stop loving them, then they might die.
That would be sad.
They live only on your whims, actually, if we're being honest.
Live and die by the whims of the chat.
Yeah, live and die by the whims of the chat. So, speaking of which, we finally have custom donations for these new characters / players. So I'm very excited to have those so that you have more options to donate to affect the stream. If you'd like to help out, then that is certainly an option. You can also buff the bad guys whenever there's an encounter. You can add additional bad guys when there's an encounter if you want to. So you have those options, as well as the other standard like Leroy Jenkins and reroll stuff like that. Those are also things that you can donate for, and that's a lot of fun. This is one of the few streams where you can actually be involved in what's going on at the table. I think that's really cool. Of course I think it's really cool. It's my fucking game.
It's pretty much the coolest game anybody's ever played ever.
It's the best.
I think it's fair to say that I'm in, what do they call it? The bad narrator?
Unreliable.
I am the definition of an unreliable narrator, but that's okay, because you're apparently okay with that.
We also all still love Sean, so
I
let's continue to do that as well.
Well, I need to, I need to question that just for my own, just put up a wall.
Yeah, let's not get that ego going now.
Yeah, I don't need that. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. We being Saving Throw, these four are still going to be in town, but myself and a few other Saving Throw people from other streams are going to be at Gen Con very soon. In fact, I will be there starting the 4th of the month of August, and I think but probably you'll see us around the con every day, right? Everybody should be there every day, I think. Yeah. So me, Amy, Tom, Mace, Tyler, Dom, Ben, anybody else?
I think that's it.
Okay, we'll be there at the con, so if you see me, come say hi. Just say, let's happen it, and then walk away. That is your cue to walk away. That is the entire conversation we will have. We'll both nod to each other, we'll understand what happened, and then we'll part. But yeah, seriously, come say hi to me, or you'll probably want to say hi to the other friendlier people, the other streams, actually. So say hi to them and just nod to me, and I think that'll be sufficient. So also, please help us out during the con as we come up on August, middle of the week, end of the week as the con is happening. Help us out by tweeting and retweeting and Facebook sharing the stuff that you see about our events and what we're doing, and tell your friends that we're going to be at Gen Con, because we would love to have people coming out and seeing our events that we are doing, because we are doing events. They exist, and do not let the man tell you that it's not true, because we are out there. Lack of media coverage is the #1 issue that Saving Throw Show has to deal with. We are getting blacked out by the media, and it's because they don't want to hear the truth about RPGs.
It's true.
Just a typical underdog situation. Mm-hmm. I don't know if people like underdogs or not. I just know that that's what we are. If you're the type of person that identifies with an underdog story, and listen, some people do. I don't know if that is being an underdog lovable. I don't know, but we're an underdog in this situation, guys. So please help us out.
They're
we really
trying to
appreciate
darken Dark Sun. We don't like that.
Yeah, but you know what? Help us become overdogs so that we can destroy everyone.
Overdogs.
I do not like that phrase.
I think the opposite is on top of dogs.
Overdog. I really like overdog a lot.
Isn't it just top
The
dog?
doc, overdog.
Top dog?
I think it's top dog.
Top dog is a thing.
I don't
That's
think
real.
there's
Guys,
any
the first thing I thought of was overdog.
like
It must be it. It must be Overdog. I'm
One nation over dog.
Overdog. All right, now that I sufficiently derailed any semblance of a clean opening.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. Last week, the players did some stuff, and then they were moving on their way to help save some farms on the outskirts of Tyr. The legendary free city of Tyr, not over Tyr or under Tyr. That's why, because under and over Tyr. Oh man, so they are overdogs now. All right, so the players were moving towards these farms to help protect them from the Thorkreen that are invading and attempting to sack the farms, which are feeding the people of the good people of Tyr. Also. Nobody here in the party is really all that well informed about how magic works, other than that they know it definitely is evil, always. So they were like,
oh, I mean, the people who are in charge use magic, so
yeah, exactly.
That's enough.
So that makes them automatically, we can hurt them.
You use magic
Even
to
if
make
they
these
can
farms
fed.
to feed the people.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah,
Right.
It's not just we can hurt them, we should hurt them.
Right, should. Yeah, that's the operative word there.
Our
It's
moral
like
imperative.
it's like making a pact with a demon to feed people. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't do it that way.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
shouldn't be
bad.
making pacts with demons.
Yeah, come
so
on.
so that ignorance about how magic works, I'm sure will not come up again.
It's
and
not
it's
going to
just
cause any kind of
not going
problems.
to cause any issues. It's just a tangential, barely even fact about.
Why did you even bring this up?
No reason. There's no reason for me to have even brought it up at all. So
It was kind of fun to talk about, so I'm glad you did.
good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Daryl. I appreciate that note.
But let's not do it again.
Got it. Different opinions. Different opinions. So we move on to the farms, and as you all approach these farms, you see these floating obelisks, and you also can tell. You've seen the crops that have been growing, like crops that you have not seen before. You see like wheat and corn, which are very exotic crops that you're not really aware of. You mainly eat like sour cactus apples and stuff like that. Like that's the best thing to find. But yeah, these are like legit heartland farms that you see here, and the crops are kind of trampled and have been messed with from previous attacks from the Thorkreen, and you see it's hard to tell. There have to be Thorkreen like hiding in these farms, because the workers have kind of retreated back to the safety of their huts and yurts that are kind of surrounding the farms where the workers stay when they're done working, and they have not gone out into the crops. You can see them all kind of just staying back in their homes.
So these crops that we've never seen before, are any of them like brightly colored or something like that? Look just strange to
Well,
me?
I mean, the corn is green. Like it's a bright, it's, that's what corn looks like. It's bright green stalks. So yeah, but that's not a color you're used to seeing.
Okay, so
you see green sometimes, but not in such abundance. And it is bright, beautiful, lush green. And then the wheat is just amber waves.
Okay.
So I go over and I take a stalk of wheat and just like chew on it a bit. I don't see the appeal. I don't understand why we would grow this.
I'm gonna go over and slap it out of his hand. That's magic corn. I'm gonna start hitting all the corn with my halberd. I'm just gonna start chopping.
You're chopping the corn. Nothing seems to happen other than the corn is falling to the ground.
Okay, well I'm gonna keep going because this is evil corn.
You're a thresher. I
All
guess.
right, I'm gonna try and stop and be like, hey, okay, let's try and find out what's going on in the situation before we destroy all these people's whatever the hell this shit is.
I think they're
Okay.
called crops.
Sure, but I'm in on a more specific level.
Maybe,
Thank you.
maybe we'll find a better way to get rid of all this because it's gonna take a long time.
Yeah, you realize that you're not
Chopping
making
it
much.
with just your one.
Your one single halberd.
This is
I mean,
is
it's
plan,
a mighty weapon.
This is
but
Plan B. This is Plan B.
Did you get the halberd fixed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just barely.
I used all
He
my
used all
money.
his money.
I did.
I'm still calling us the Order of the Broken Halberds, though.
Yeah.
So.
No,
Yeah.
we're the Dark Sun Darlings.
The Dark Sun
We know the
Darlings.
world is called Dark Sun.
It absolutely canonically is not called Dark Sun. It's called Athos.
You just chose that because it sounded cool.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a dark
Come
sun.
on,
That's cool.
everybody likes the Dark Sun Darlings.
The Dark Sun Darlings. Oh man, look at those darlings from the Dark Sun.
Dark sun.
We're also somehow from the American South.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
always gotta make sense, sweetheart.
All right. So everything is awful. As you start chopping the corn, several workers walk up towards you and are like, no, that's not how you do it. That's not how you.
Eliminate. That's not how you eliminate crops.
Eliminate.
Seems like it might be.
Are you trying to harvest them?
No, we need to destroy
We're
them.
destroying them. This is the right way to destroy them, but we're going to find a better way to
Sir,
destroy them.
I'm
Stop!
sorry. We've
Wait,
come
are
in
you
here.
Thorkreen?
No, no.
Are you with the Thorkreen? I mean,
Look.
I can tell you're not Thorkreen.
We've come here to help. We just got a little distracted by strange vegetables.
It'll happen.
I've never seen anything like this. This is a sorcery, like in the most
Okay.
Yeah.
literal sense.
I
That's the word I
understand-
was
You
looking
got it.
I understand that it is unusual to see the first time, but I promise you, it's just food.
Well,
So- Well,
What about this
that's your
giant
opinion.
Floating obelisk.
Okay.
It's your
doom
opinion,
over
and
here.
it's wrong.
Okay, the obelisks. I am not quite intelligent enough to be able to fully explain it, but from what I was told by the Sorcerer King, there's more than one type of magic, and that these are made of different magic than what we normally know as magic. There's magic that steals, and then there's magic that trades, and he's using trading magic, not stealing magic.
Oh,
if
what's
that
it
makes
trading
sense.
for? I guess you're probably not the person to ask for this.
The way he explained it is like, the stealing magic takes from the earth and then makes things, and then the trading magic finds a way to give something up when you trade. So it's the same as the stealing magic, but you give something back while you're stealing. Does that make sense? That's how he explained it.
It's still magic, and I don't like it.
Yeah, there's
But-
still something evil
What do
about
you
it.
give?
All right, I
He just
honestly
said it's
think
not bad for the earth. That's all I know. One thing I do know is that the Sorcerer King Yenin does not lie.
Yes, I'm sure. Yenin can't
No one-
lie. He's
Yeah,
no
a
one
great
lies.
guy.
It's just a truth that he didn't include some facts in. That's all that is. I know it.
I think he gave us all the facts here. He wouldn't have left out facts, and even if he did leave out facts, they would be unrelated facts.
Okay, we're here to help. That may not have been clear by the first few lines of dialogue. Where
It was,
we tried to
just so
destroy
you
your
know,
crops
They
and then
rarely
accused you
are.
of.
Just so you know, it was not clear. It was very unclear.
Yeah, by the fact that you asked if we were Thorkreen. We're not giant bug people.
I realized as
It
soon as
was
I
a
said that,
misspeak.
I thought maybe you were with the Thorkreen.
Sure. Yes, we're not. We are here to try and get rid of the Thorkreen. We realize that they are probably quite a big problem, and any information you can give us as to where they've come from or what they've been doing to your farms would be just swell.
So, I believe they have a larger camp to the southwest of here, a few miles. Yenin has sent some troops to deal with that camp, hopefully, but they keep popping up around here in the farms, just doing guerrilla style attacks on workers, just popping up and killing some of us, and then once all of us band together to respond, they run off. They leave.
What? They always coming from the same place?
Well, they're inside the farms.
Right now?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I assume right now. Every time we go back to work, it's only a few hours until something happens.
Which farms do you think they're in right now?
any of there's you see like four giant. There's just basically four quadrants, and he says we've had attacks on all of them.
Oh. Do they seem to enter from a specific direction, or?
Now,
They just pop up, like just
Wait a minute.
pop up.
Guys.
if they've come from all these, there must be a tunnel system connecting everything. So we just pick a farm, find the tunnels, and then find the network
Bing, bong,
under
boom.
it.
Did our job.
So these Thor-Kreen, they only attack workers. They don't damage the crops in any way.
Well, they've also. I mean, they have damaged the crops as well, but I think their main tactic is if they kill enough of the workers, then the crops won't.
Yes, but
Happen.
how they?
Didn't you say that you have to give something back for this magic to work?
Yes. Well, the spell, yeah. So when you
So
cast
are
the spell,
The Thor-Kreen apart.
so I'm confused.
Of the spell?
Are they what were given back?
I don't understand what you're implying.
I'm
through
so
that.
confused right
Sacrificing
now.
Like
Thor-Kreen
life
for
force
crops?
or
Like,
something?
yeah,
I
the-
see what you're saying. It's
Oh,
we're
like the
psionic.
Thor-
That's why we understand each other.
You guys got a connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I just think we should kill him.
So you're saying that the Thor-Kreen are killing us in exchange, as an exchange? Like we're
That-
dying as an exchange?
That does sound like the sort of thing that one of those sorcerer kings would do, but I don't know how magic works well enough to say for sure that that's what's happening.
Well, I have no idea.
I could see that happening. This could be one of the facts that the Sorcerer King left out.
That makes sense to me.
It's not like they care about your lives.
That's one thing that we know is true. Yenin cares about all of our lives.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how many sacrifices he made to make this city work?
Uh-huh. And,
Yeah.
and those sacrifices, did he sacrifice his own life, or did he sacrifice other people's lives?
Well, the very first thing, he actually sacrificed one of his own fingers as a very first gesture to save the city.
Ooh, that's tough.
Well, and
I
then
risk sacrificing a finger every day.
Could lose a finger right now.
Actually, can I
He's
say that I'm
swinging his-
missing two
Yes,
fingers on my
absolutely.
left
Of course,
hand?
you can say
Okay. These two fingers on my left hand are like prosthetic wooden things that are strapped on. So
Yeah.
I only have 3 actual fingers on this
Right.
hand. I just have
Yeah.
2 prosthetics on this hand.
yeah, really crappy
I
prosthetics.
meant to have that before. I just haven't brought it up.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, but his sacrifice, though, I think probably wasn't an accident, or I assume it was a mining accident or a
Yeah, mining
woodcutting
accident. Yep, that's exactly what it was.
yeah, we're gonna.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow, what a great start for the game.
Uh-oh.
Kiganis. Holy shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
I'm a little worried now.
Yeah.
He did good
FYI,
things the
you
first
guys,
one.
The sound is delayed, so pretend you're in a Japanese.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
oh cool.
Hello.
So yeah.
This sounds great.
Interesting. So Kiganis, who is a sorcerer king in this world, as well as a death god, and it is unclear if those are two separate characters or people, or if they're the same person, and a lot of that has to do with Sean's laziness in storytelling. But yeah, Kiganis activates Da Bomb, which is your custom. Ego Whip, which is your custom donation. Empath, which is your custom donation. And Soko, which is your custom donation. Also, Scott or Pitka, you gain 6 rerolls.
Oh!
That is a lot of rerolls.
Thank you.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay,
All right.
There you go.
This is a hell of a session.
Kiganis. Yeah.
That's 6, right?
Okay.
That's 6.
Cool.
That's awesome.
So,
Thank you, Kiganis. And also as that all happens, the sky just goes dark for just a moment, And you hold up your fingers, and he says back to you in like a mining accident or like a wood crafting accident or sawing accident or something, obviously. And you're like, yeah, of course. At that, a bomb comes falling out of your jacket, rolls along the ground, and stops at this person's feet. He looks down at it, doesn't know what it is, or
Can I yell run as soon as that happens?
yeah, absolutely. So you just
So
say,
he's like, run!
he just bolts out of the way and dives. Everyone in the area needs to make me a defy danger as this bomb explodes.
All right. I got 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's dexterity 8, 9. I just run.
Yeah.
So that's a 9.
Okay. Daryl?
I know what I want to do, but I won't be that evil. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go dive, but like on the ground, you know.
Okay.
Take cover, dexterity.
Everybody dive, duck, dip.
That's a
dodge,
9.
and
All right,
dive.
9.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Tana Lee, Kels.
Tana Lee Boone. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right.
He might not have made it very
No,
far.
I don't think
I was like,
so.
huh?
And
Run which way?
I'm going to try to use my
What?
telekinetic strike to offset whatever's coming at me.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Reroll.
Yeah, reroll. You got 6 of them, and this is gonna hurt.
Oh, there we go.
Much better.
That's
That
an
is
11.
much better.
Okay.
Much better.
Okay. So, you're gonna take the full damage from this bomb, and you are gonna take half damage from the bomb. So
Right.
2d10 damage and 1d10 damage.
Does my ability come into effect?
What
Where
ability?
I reflect 1 damage?
You can have it not come into effect because he would be the one taking the damage right here. But
I'm still gonna.
it's gonna happen. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna
fair
do
enough.
it, and I'm gonna like punch you.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did you have a bomb that could just activate by hitting the ground?
Right.
Can I
nice.
assume this was a bomb I was working on and not like a bomb I have
It
as
just fell off.
an
and
Yes,
item I
fell.
can
correct.
use?
Yeah, anytime the bomb is donated for, it's literally a hammer space bomb that just
Sure.
activates out of nowhere, and just manifests and then falls, independent
like,
of what you actually have on your character.
Even though I have my grenades I can use and my bomb that I like have ready, I feel like I've got like basically an arsenal of like half-made,
exactly.
cooked together bombs
Yeah.
like sitting there.
And can it be?
And you may not even be aware of it that it's there because you have so many different projects at
Oh, yeah.
any one time. You're like, oh, I forgot I was even working on that one.
So it's 1d10.
1d10 damage.
And can this be like a psionic punch? Like I get up and
Absolutely.
Should I roll for the 2d10 for the
Yeah,
bomb?
roll the 2d10 damage.
So wait, I should.
Yes, 1.
Okay, so Daryl, you take 1 damage. You're going to take 1 damage as well from Daryl,
All right.
from his empathic, reflective feedback. You know, that does actually kind of make sense because that's how the ability works. It's just an empathic feedback.
Now,
so
am I
good.
rolling the 2d10
Yeah,
for the?
just well, roll 1d10 for yourself, and I'm gonna have Kels roll 2d10 for herself.
Okay. Foe, and I take foe.
You take foe.
Oh,
You take 10.
That's not as bad. I saw the one after. I
Okay,
saw
and because this is a bomb, you're not going to apply your armor to this, guys. It's just straight up blowing up.
Fair
all
enough.
over.
Straight up bomb damage.
It's bomb damage. Yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure
see
the
how
type of
hurt-
damage is bomb.
Do you
Wait,
want
how
the
hurt- how
hit
hurt-
points cards?
Yeah.
Oh, nice hit point cards.
How bad did you get hurt?
Ooh. Almost half her hit points.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So you're at 15 out of 25 now, right?
Yeah.
You're at 15 out of 25?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually going to help you because you're
I'm
at
at
Come
10
on.
out of 15.
Yeah, after punching you, I feel bad. So I'm going to
Yeah, see,
do
the
a
thing
Lindell.
is, he is
It was
not
an
quite as tough.
accident.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a Lindell. You felt the pain. You know,
Yeah.
that's what mattered. So that's 6 plus. So it's an 8. All right, so I get to choose how much, and I'm going to have one of these effects, but let's see, I'll give you, so you're at 10
I'm only
out of
down
15.
5 hit points. Yeah.
So 23. So I'll give you 4 hit points.
Nice.
That's fucking teamwork.
Oh, and I experience psionic feedback. Take -1 forward. That's what I'll take.
So the bomb goes off. Tennelly takes the brunt of it. Enough of the blast though goes past you and also hits Oswald and Gideon, and unfortunately, and then Gideon, like, you just feel a sharp pain in your head. Just a psionic spike for just a moment, as you can
Oswald,
feel
like,
the pain that
instinctively
Oswald.
just, like,
And I'm looking at you with an
psychically
angry
punches
face.
me in the face.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
staring at you with an angry face.
I imagine this has happened often enough
Yeah.
that you almost like just reflexively are like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I do that, and then I'm
It's a real
I'll give you
psionic
this.
fuck you. And so as
might help.
that all happens and the blast goes off, you actually see several Thorkreen come running out of the nearest crops, the stalks of corn, and you see several of them just come running at you as they're running towards the blast, probably thinking the Sorcerer King or some sort of weird wizard is here to.
they think there was a
attack them.
plan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they thought that this is part of some ambush or some attack is being launched,
Can I
and they
make
don't
a-
realize that it was just an accidental bomb drop.
Does it look like they came from like multiple, like, because obviously we'd be able to see like the little, running trails of them through the corn. So does it look like they're all coming from like a relatively same?
They're all coming from the
Place or-
same quadrant, but they're pretty well separated as they leave
In the actual
Yeah,
field.
they're all 10 or more feet apart
Okay.
as they exit the.
Can
crops.
we tell approximately how many there are?
There are 5. Yeah, there are 5. Additionally, those 5 Thrykreen are being buffed. Thank you, Kiganis.
Oh no!
Thank you.
Each
Really
one of them
appreciate-
erupts into a nightmare beast.
Yes.
Oh God, I'm not. One nightmare beast was too much, and I get that now. That's on me. But yeah,
We destroyed
I
it.
feel like
Yeah, you
we
did.
just fine.
We destroyed
Sure.
it with great prejudice.
yeah, and with a lot of help from the chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
That too.
That's true.
That's fair.
And as they come running out, all 5 of them. Well, actually, one of them looks to the others, creates a quick psionic link, and then all 4 of them, the 4 of them, besides the leader that kind of does this, grow in size. They actually enlarge, and all of these Thrykreen grow from being a little over 6 feet tall to now almost 9 feet tall each.
So now it's like a pretty consistent thing that Thorkreen have like
Psionic
ridiculous
abilities.
sorcerous psionic abilities.
Yes, Thorkreen are
Like
typically
9
much more
foot
psionic than other
tall.
races.
But I mean, like the last ones we turned into had the like weird zombie effect with the tentacles and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and these ones.
Thorkreen, it is safe to say Thorkreen are weirdly off from being Thrykreen. Okay.
All right, let's murder them.
Yeah, so we'll say the first one is the leader, the psionic one, and then we've got 2, 3, 4, and 5. They've been buffed. Thank you, Kiganis. And I'm also going to use that other donation from Kiganis right now because why not? So as these 5 Thrykreen, 4 Thrykreen come advancing in, they're clearly the frontline fighter types. As they come rushing in, the psionic leader feels pretty safe from his position, so he just sits back and just drops a psionic blast all around you. So defy danger from all of you again, please. There's a psionic blast that just goes off right where the bomb went off.
All right. I'll dive away again, but a little less successfully. So that's a 4, 5, 6. Is that? No, it's 7 and 9, right?
Yeah, 7 to 9 for a partial success.
All right, that's a fail.
I'm going to use mental fortitude to deflect the psionic energy. That's going to be great. It's going to be
Yeah, 10 or higher, right?
10. Yeah, it's going to be
deal.
10 right there.
All right. I'm gonna try to brace myself with my shield.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Good roll. 10 plus.
11. Yay.
And I'm gonna attempt to deflect it with my own psionics, which is a 9.
Okay. Scott, you're going to take a d8 damage. You're going to take 2d8, the lower of the 2 damage, and nothing for either of you.
Aha.
Yes.
So you avoid the blast entirely.
I'll take that.
And, sorry. I take 5.
Oh.
You said lower the 2 or higher
Lower of the 2.
the 2? Take 5 then.
And then the scion. Do any of you look? Are any of you bloodied looking?
Not yet.
Okay. But you're all injured.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Tenali, the psionicist looks at you and just points, and you feel a sharp spike of pain in your head. Make me a defy danger for that. That's both of my Leroy
I feel
Jenkins.
like that was uncalled
Thank you,
for.
Kiganis.
Nice.
Yeah, and so you successfully avoid that using your charisma. All right.
That's what I used.
Well, you could use any mental stat, and that's the only one that is a positive. So you're not
You're just
the-
like,
yeah.
it's like,
I have two.
I can't.
wrong.
I
Really?
can't psionically spike
Really?
you.
Yeah. I have too strong a sense of self. I'm a strong, independent woman.
Because I'm just such a dark sun darling.
we're not calling ourselves that.
I don't know. I'm down for
It's
it.
starting to
Scott
catch.
likes
No, it's too out of character.
It's not out of character for me, sweetheart.
We don't know it's Dark Sun.
All right. So as that, as you successfully avoid that mind spike, you actually even feel a little bit heartened by avoiding that and by telling him to f off.
Yeah.
And you heal 1 hit point from just
Oh.
cool enough.
Woo! You are just cool enough.
Nice.
Thank you so much. So
That was
now
loud. Sorry,
we
that was
start. So that now we begin combat. Y'all can go. Whoever wants to go.
Well,
I'm gonna like step in front of everybody and like we have the Thorcreen right here. I'm gonna just get right in the middle, so in the hopes that they would all come at me,
Sure.
get in the best position to get attacked.
Got
but
it.
I'm gonna use project force. I'm gonna hit the psionic leader,
Oh, nice. Oh, good call. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
get past their front lines with that.
and here we go. This is a hack and slash. That's not gonna hit. That's gonna be a 5. Right,
5?
dexterity.
No. You use strength.
Oh, strength. Oh, strength still 5
Oh, well, okay.
because I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
as
well.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. That's Daryl. I'm going to hold that for a moment. Scott, go ahead.
I'll go ahead and follow his lead and blast off a telekinetic strike
Towards the leader, right?
towards the leader,
Okay.
which is a 10.
Nice. Roll that damage.
Get him, Pitka.
D6. So 3.
All right, 3 damage. Yeah, the psionic leader winces and then refocuses his efforts. Looked like probably he was going to be focusing on Tenali, and then realized, oh no, you're a real problem here. You're kind of maybe the. He doesn't understand the dynamics of your group. Like, oh, this is probably the artillery of the group right here, and doesn't
Yes.
understand that is probably not the case. All
That
right.
is absolutely the case.
Yep. And actually, at this point, before y'all go, the four actually do move up, and all 4 of them attack
Yes.
you. So
There we go.
you're
You're getting 1 damage back.
that's true. They each take 1 damage, but you are going to take a D8 plus 3 damage
Okay.
as they all smack you.
D8 plus 3. Okay, so whatever I roll is going to be my damage because my armor is 3.
Oh. Oh boy!
Oh no.
Let's not have that happen.
Reroll.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm going to give you a
Oh,
reroll.
thank you.
Damn it.
And it's like, I'd telekinetically create a little shield for you.
8,
Nice.
8.
Stop using your psionics, Sean.
I'm going to be bloodied. If you...
Yes.
Yes, okay. I owe you 1.
That's a good call.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
golly.
There we go.
Okay,
That's better.
there we go.
Thanks.
Still a lot.
Reroll.
Yeah.
Agree.
Friggin'
You're,
rerolls.
by the way, you're welcome for me not making that an 8 as well.
And thank you, Kikanis, for
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Pandanin 7/7 heals Tenali for 1 hit point.
Oh,
Ooh.
thank you. Much obliged. Bam.
Alrighty. So yeah. All right, go ahead, guys.
Okay, since it's basically 4 of them all around him attacking him, right? I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna yell like "Fire in the hole" to
Okay.
you and toss
all know
a
that.
concussive grenade,
By this point.
like right where you are. So hopefully you can jump out of the way in time, and we can like stun them long enough to
To murder them all.
Well, at least to get in a better position.
All right.
So yeah.
So first, roll your grenade.
5, and then that's Dex, so 6, 7.
Okay.
So it sort of works. You get to
Um,
decide a
yeah.
So,
complication.
so how these things are big? Do they have claws? Like, is this-
They do. Their claws are bigger than the average, than your
The average
average
bear.
than the average bear.
Yeah.
Definitely bigger than the average bear.
larger than the average bear.
That and that's the thing you actually notice as you look at these Thorkreen. All of them start like licking their lips as they notice picnic baskets over by the houses. They're
Yeah.
very excited about
Hey,
that.
boo-boo, picnic baskets.
There's a really pissed off short ranger wandering around.
Yeah, yeah.
So these, you don't want to be in a wrestling situation with these.
No, definitely
Oh.
not. They have
Okay.
natural weapons in their claws that
Man.
are very
Okay, so I'll
scary.
save that move for later. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to dive and roll. I'm even gonna, like Legend of Zelda backflip.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a backflip into a roll and roll away.
All right, roll me your defy danger for that.
Come on. Okay, that's an 8.
Okay, good deal. So, so you. All right, so you hear fire in the hole, and you're like, okay, shit, I need to move. So you just immediately like dive backwards, and the 4 Thrykreen that are there with you, 2 of them like are amazingly dexterous, and they. Like as soon as they hear the shout and they see you like going to dive, they immediately dive right with you.
Oh,
so
man.
2 of them are very quick on their feet and follow right with you. The other 2 though, are like, what the heck is going on? And the grenade just explodes right at their feet. So those 2 are stunned by it was a concussive grenade, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're both stunned by the concussive grenade. Unfortunately, the 2 quicker ones are not stunned, and they just follow right along with you. Pandanin heals Tenna for 1 hit point. Kiganis heals Oswald for 1 hit point. Matt 510 heals Oswald for 2 hit points.
Yes.
And Kiganis is nice enough to heal a Thrykreen.
Oh,
That's a
Yay.
bad plan.
It's wonderful. So the leader just looks a little bit better than before.
Had a little boo-boo.
A little boo-boo. A little boo-boo.
Hey, boo-boo.
Hey, boo-boo.
The leader actually
Stop patching up my boo-boo.
the leader actually has a
Here,
smaller
stuff this in your cuts.
Stuff it in your cut.
I mean, I hear you can smoke it too. You can smoke it, you can eat it, you can stuff it in your cuts.
Stuff in your cuts.
Yep. The leader does actually have a smaller version of himself right next to him, and you keep hearing the leader say, "Hey, boo-boo."
Good.
Oh, all right. Well, I think I'm gonna try to chop off one of the arms on one of these stunned guys.
Hack and slash.
Hack it and slash. That's D6s, right?
Yep.
Eventually, I'll remember how to play this game.
Success.
Oh, you get an advantage though, right?
On her damage
On my
roll, right?
damage,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is gonna be a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
3 and 4.
Well, so 4.
Technically, 3 is the lowest I'm able to roll on my damage.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So 4 damage.
4 damage.
All right. To one of the stunned ones, right?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, that is not enough. Oh, they've been buffed too, so they have a little bit more armor than normal.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean, you still do damage to one of the stunned ones, but you're like,
Still technically hurt it.
yeah, you. Well, I'm trying to. Yeah,
in
it's,
I mean, I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
Of
I get
hurting
I
it,
get
you
I
did
get
that.
yeah, you absolutely did.
It was
Nerves
like, it was like,
registered pain.
ow.
Right.
Why are
yeah,
you
you're
hitting my arm?
because you generally are an empathic scion. You can definitely feel that damage was done to this Thri-kreen. Like you can
Can confirm.
Can confirm damage was done. Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of the round. Who's up next? Any y'all.
Okay. I'm gonna. This is what I want to do. I want to like roll in between these Thor queens. So I'm
The Thor Queen.
The Thor queen.
The Thor
Thor
queen.
queen. One of them's a queen. They're like ants, right?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking the board, but
Yeah, well, they are. They're like ants are basically the Borg, right? Like whenever I see,
Well, no,
whenever
I
I
thought-
see
That's
an
why they're
anthill,
destroying the crops, you guys.
yeah, whenever I see an
Makes sense
anthill,
now.
I just run up to it and kick it over because I'm like,
because I
we
do
can't
not
have.
want to be assimilated.
I don't want to be an ant. I don't. I'm too
Yeah,
young.
suck.
Quite frankly,
3
I
more
thought
years, you
deal
can be an
with
ant.
both
Yeah,
things.
3 more years I can be an ant, but I'm too young to be an ant yet.
So I want to roll in between them in a way that when I recover, the stunned ones are here and the two unstunned ones are behind me. I'm right in the middle of them.
Got it.
And then I'm gonna do another project force at the
leader.
Yeah.
All right, good call.
Yeah.
So you very easily roll between the two that are next to you, and you're right up on these stunned ones, and the stunned ones are like video game style. They're just like this, like.
All
They
right,
have
here we
little
go.
stars.
Yeah, they have
circling
stars
their head.
going around their heads. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, good roll.
So that's a 9.
All right. So yeah, you successfully roll up to them, and then you send out a booming psionic force attack to the psionic leader. Unfortunately, the leader looks like so right as you're about to swing your weapon, the leader actually puts up a shield.
Oh no.
And you think that probably your attack is just gonna get lost in this psionic shield and it's not gonna do any damage. So, but you can redirect your attack to one of the ones on your sides. But it's just you're looking at the shield. There's no way, unless you could actually keep moving up and you could get because the shield is in front of the leader,
Yeah.
so you could move physically past it.
Is it possible for me to attempt to interfere with his shield?
Sure. Yeah. How do you want to do that? Like telekinetically
Like
strike, or do you want to
telekinetic-
use like a telepathic thing to?
Yeah, I want to just use my psionic force to use the
Oh, gotcha.
to just interfere.
Sure, absolutely.
Ooh, that's not good.
I don't think it worked.
But I have a
Yes, you
reroll.
do.
Yeah.
Damn, those rerolls are
Rerolling
strong.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
There
There
we
you go.
go.
Much better. Yeah. So so that actually bumps your attack. It was a 9, right? So yeah, it's a 10. So you see the shield come up, and then Pithka just reaches forward, and you see a quick moment of concentration from Pithka, and then you see the other scion to have to shake his head violently, and that's enough for the shield to drop, so you can finish your attack.
Okay.
So roll
This
good.
is when I need that
Make
8.
it count.
Damn it.
Oh.
That's okay. That's okay. You still do. You can confirm that it does do damage.
Okay.
Not much though.
Yeah.
Really not much. Just barely. So yeah, you
So
think
close to
yeah.
The 8's right there.
it's
It's 3.
physically it's very close to an 8. Number wise, way off.
not at all.
Yeah. But physically they're very close to each other.
Yeah.
Even the way you draw a 3,
Yeah.
so similar
Yeah,
to an
there's-
8.
Yeah,
Easily
just draw
just-
a mirrored 3.
Yeah.
Right.
They're the closest numbers.
Oh, conspiracy theory. 3 plus 3 equals 8.
Ooh.
Think about that.
I would have gone 3 plus reverse 3.
Yeah, 3 plus government 3. You know,
Oh, yeah.
there's the fucking
Like
government
1984
3.
three?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
1984 3. Sorry, that's a weird.
Ooh, we just got into a deep hole.
that's a very confusing bit now because there's a lot more numbers in that bit than there should be. All right, so good job though. You did do damage to the psionic leader, and good job helping. So y'all two.
I'm going to, since I've got sort of two things I can do. I can throw bombs or I can throw rocks.
Yep. Oh, you're not gonna.
Which are just very primitive bombs.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They're. Yeah. I mean, it's the same style.
Right.
I'm gonna load a rock into my sling, and I'm gonna run towards them because I'd like to engage after things go. But I'm just gonna, as I'm doing it, just release a rock from the sling at
Stunned ones.
at one of the stun ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Smacking him in the face with a rock.
yeah, just
Smack him with a rock.
I just love how incredibly technological your character is on like the bombs and shit, and then your backup is the least technological weapon.
Yeah,
ever.
I throw rocks at them. I mean, is that really less technological than stabbing them with things?
No,
I don't
it's
know.
not.
No. Part of me though really wants there to be a potato crop and that you're launching a potato at it.
Right.
4, 5, 6, 7, and
I
then
think you should spout lore that it is, that it is a potato.
so that's 9.
All right. Yeah. So you can. You know what? You actually. Just because of how quickly the front two are moving up to re-engage Oswald, and Oswald is there too. With all three of those figures, it's really hard for you to hit either of the stunned ones. You think you could just run up to one of the stunned ones and just hold the sling basically like how people beat the shit out of each other in prison with a sock
with a kosh, right?
Yeah, so you could just do that to one of the stunned ones.
I do that.
Yeah, so you successfully do that. Roll your damage.
Okay.
Oh no.
I should do it in the.
Oh,
It was
For
an
those
8.
of you who couldn't tell, it was an 8.
Oh,
That's
that's
pretty
pretty
good.
pretty
That was a
damn
7.
good.
I was
Yeah,
penalized by 1.
yeah, that's actually real good though. I really need to write down these things with armor instead of continually looking back to the
Blackjack,
screen.
you know?
7. Okay, so the stunned one is still alive after that hit, but just barely.
Just barely. That sounds like a job for Tenerife.
Just barely? Mop up duty? Well, y'all, I'm great at mop up duty.
You know what I should do? I should just fill like a small cloth sack with gunpowder and like put it on the end of a long like rope and then just swing it around and hit people with it.
It's a good idea.
Wait.
It's definitely a better idea than having a sword or a mace or anything like that.
Absolutely.
That's the way to go, yeah.
Absolutely.
Scott, you
I
can't come up with a
even.
you
I
can't come up with a
even.
good
God
argument
knows this
against
is a
it.
great idea.
Yep.
Yes. Because gunpowder always explodes when you just hit it on
Yep.
things.
If I was I was worried about the technicalities and stuff, I
Nothing
wouldn't
that-
carry as much of it around. with me
Yeah.
as I
Good
can.
point.
It's
yeah.
not like anything he has is volatile or anything.
That's
Yeah.
the key thing is that it's always he
It's
has
all
all these
inert.
different compartments
Yeah.
and they're in different compartments. Like he's got nitroglycerin here, he's got the other thing that mixes with nitroglycerin to create an incredibly powerful bomb right here next to it, but they're in different small
Right.
pockets.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm always
In
like,
glass
"I've got a
vials.
break
In glass
over
vials.
here."
I've got to break the vials together for it to
Yeah.
Right.
explode. Come
Yeah.
on.
It's not like anything's gonna smash my pocket.
Yeah.
Do you remember the commercials, did the roly-poly or whatever, where it had all the compartments and it held stuff and you rolled it up?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Not a bit.
Check out the roly-poly on YouTube. I'm sure it's on there, but I imagine you have one of those.
So what it's like a bag? It's like a
No, it's
backpack,
just
or-
like a compartment thing, and you just roll it out. It's like shelves that roll up.
Oh, is it like
Like-
is it like Dexter's knife kit in Dexter, like where he
Yeah,
like,
where it
roll
rolls
it
up.
out and there's like knives? Like
Yeah,
that?
it's kind of like that, except it's big and plastic, and each one of these things is a compartment. And as a kid, I saw that commercial all the time.
Sounds
But
like
I
just
imagine
a
you have that.
fancy kit and caboodle is what it sounds like to
It's
me.
not fancy at all. It's not.
Daryl's like, listen, I had one. It's not.
No, it's not fancy.
Honestly,
the
it
opposite
wasn't
of
as-
fancy.
It wasn't as high quality as I thought I was gonna make it. It's cheap plastic.
All right, Tenderly,
Just finding
All right.
bugs.
you want to try and finish off this stunned one?
Yeah. It looks like somebody's invitation has run its course.
Oh, I like that.
9, 10.
All right, roll your damage.
Alrighty. And do I still do advantage?
No.
No. Okay, that's just a one-time thing. Got it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, Tenderly.
I know.
That is.
What is happening?
We're like 10 to 3.
The thing is, that is actually the lowest number that she can possibly roll,
Yep.
because if she rolls a 1 or a 2, it counts as a 3.
Yep.
So you're really earning.
Really,
Earning
really
that 3.
hitting that min damage today.
Okay.
Guys, I'm doing great.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Really living up to
You
this
are.
fighter.
I'm sorry, that does not kill it.
What?
You technically do damage to it,
What?
but it has too much armor. It doesn't have that much armor. You just rolled too low.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it has a good
Well-
amount of armor. For a, like, NPCs don't usually, I'll tell you, they have 2 armor. NPCs don't usually have
you
2
know
armor.
what? It's this sword that you guys insisted that I use. If you would have
That's-
just let me hit it with tables and chairs and stuff, I'd
Yeah,
be
you
doing
actually,
a much better job.
you actually look down,
Is
and
there
you,
a stick or something?
you
There's
s-
some,
there's
some stalks of wheat.
I would like to pick up a pitchfork.
there's not a pitchfork next to you, but if you look down,
Scythe?
there's a sickle.
Whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Same thing. Close
Yeah.
enough.
They're a little different.
I
Yeah,
like
they're
to use
different.
mine as a method
Scythe
of
is
death.
a way bigger. sickle.
Yeah, scythes are way bigger than
Oh,
sickles.
okay. So sickle?
You have a sickle, so you pick up a sickle.
Yes.
All right, so that is the round, though.
Whoop.
So who goes first this round? Anybody have?
Indeed.
Okay.
Oh, these guys are no longer stunned.
Oh.
That's that's a sad story.
That is a sad story.
So yeah, the one that that you just hit that was stunned, which is just about to die,
Comes to and he's like, oh,
comes
God.
to and it's like, oh, and then sees you with a sickle and is like, oh, what the fuck is that? That's a disturbing thing to wake up and see.
Yeah.
And just immediately like gestures for help, and 3 and 4 both surround you, Tenali.
That's fine.
And
Who's the one I'm near?
You are near, right next. You're right next to Tenali, so you're right around the ones that just all surround each other. You're next to the one that's most injured. So they all kind of move away from you, Oswald, except for one of them. So one of them is still next to you. The psionic
I drew
leader.
aggro by not being good.
By being bad at things.
By being bad at things.
And the psionic leader is, boy, the psionic leader doesn't know what to make of any of you at this point. You two are
Confused
psionic.
leader is no leader at all.
It's a good point. Yeah, you need a leader who's resolute and knows that they alone can solve the problem.
Right. They need to make split decisions, regardless of the quality or whether they're
Agreed.
right or
That's
wrong.
what you want in a leader. So, and this leader does exactly that. This leader is going to forge ahead, and even though you don't see any weapons, the leader just runs straight into melee with Oswald.
Oh.
Okay.
And just runs in, just looking to like claw you. But that's the situation. So, who's first?
I'm going to run over to Tenna and defend.
Oh, nice. All right, roll me your defend action.
So it's just a 6 plus anything?
Plus con.
Oh, okay. So it's a 6.
Okay.
That's not good, right?
No.
No, it's not great. You took a talent though that does something. For
Oh,
that, right?
well, what it does, it adds. Oh, yeah, I get a +1 hold even on a miss. So
Okay,
you
great.
get a
So
+1
yeah,
hold.
so you're at 1 hold, which is good. So as you run over to help defend Tenali, though, the scion that ran up to you just claws at your back
Okay.
as you run away. So you're going to take a D8 damage from that.
Okay.
You can reduce it by armor, so roll that.
He's gonna take 1 damage.
That's true.
Damn
Oh,
it! I'm rolling those
Oswald.
eights the wrong
How
time.
How bad does that set you?
I'm at a. Wait. So
what are you
it's
at before that?
18. I'm fine, but I'm
I mean,
bloody.
you're fine-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it just D8 reduced by armor?
Yeah, you can reduce it with your
Oh,
armor.
so it's a
Okay,
5,
so
so
that's
it's
not-
13,
Okay,
yeah.
That's not bad.
Hey, question. Did that farmer die?
The farmer is very badly injured but alive.
Okay.
Because the farmer had more time to dive away than any of the rest of you. Like,
Well, he ran at the first accidental bomb.
well, yeah, the
He
accidental.
was
well,
already
well, the
running
accidental
before
bomb's
they
what
started
hurt
coming.
yeah,
Right.
well, yeah, because the
but
accidental
it's also
bomb.
what sent him running along his way.
It's true. Okay, so thank you, Kianis, for more donations, for donating Ego Whip for Scott. So
Ooh.
Scott has, I think, did you use your first Ego Whip?
No.
Okay, so you have 2d4 damage that you can dole out as you like now.
Ooh.
To players or to enemies?
To any enemy, and he doesn't have to roll a check for that. He just gets to do a D4
gets it.
damage.
Sweet.
And then this is a crazy donation. To Leroy Jenkins for Oswald. So Oswald, you get 2 free actions that you must use right now. And before each one, you have to say Leroy Jenkins. Do you know how to say Leroy Jenkins?
Leroy Jenkins, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right. So you just did it. So now you take your first action. What's your first action?
I'm going to turn around and stab the
Yep. Got it. Great. Hack and
Leroy Jenkins. Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
11
12.
plus. Yeah.
So-
Really good.
Stab the
Come
shit out of
on,
this guy.
do it.
God damn it, Leroy.
Yes.
Yes. Is that an 8?
It's an
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So that is okay. So it's not enough to kill the leader because the leader is a little tougher, but the leader is in really bad shape after that hit. And you still have a second Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins, same thing. Oops. Oh,
Doesn't
that's
count,
good.
Doesn't count.
Just roll.
Calm down, Daryl. Calm down.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's Leroy
Eight.
Jenkins. Everything is
Eight.
crazy.
Okay. So so unfortunately you're gonna. Oh, this is actually good for you, but the Thri-Kreen is going to trade blows with you as you hit. So roll your damage. You're also going to take a D8 damage from the Thri-Kreen.
Okay, and he's gonna get 1 damage.
Yep,
deflection.
exactly.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
now
so
don't
that's
do that for you.
yeah.
Okay,
Now
yeah.
roll your damage from the Thri-Kreen as it trades hits with you.
Yeah. Do you want to roll one of
You
mine?
want me to
'Cause
roll
they
damage,
suck?
maybe? I've been rolling
Yeah.
well.
Grab Kels's. That's okay. Yeah.
3. So
pretty even.
3 damage.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
That's not so bad.
Yeah. And that is
Now I'm
definitely
bleeding.
enough to kill the
Yes!
the psionic leader.
Oh.
And am I still defending Tina?
You still have your hold.
Yes.
Yeah, it's there if you
My man.
want to use it. All right, so that was Oswald's very active turn.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Courtesy of
Nice.
Keganis. Thank
That
you,
Thank you,
Keganis.
Keganis.
Beautiful, thank you.
Yeah, the double Leroy Jenkins is very helpful.
That was awesome.
The thing that I really love about Leroy Jenkins in Dungeon World is because like you can still fail the extra attack, so it's still like exciting. It's not just like, oh, free attack, nothing happens. Like you still took damage. Like it still advances the story. Like there's still things can happen.
Oh yeah.
And it's like one of my favorite things.
This is awesome.
And also you get to say Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah. It was very.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
Over time, I find that I pronounce it less and less.
It just turns into.
Leroy. It's like Leroy, start your hands. All right, that's enough of that.
But don't worry, because tickets are still just $5.
Okay.
Sunday.
How much hit points do you?
I have 10.
What's your max?
24.
10 of 24. What are you at, Tenley?
I have 18 because I got healed.
Out of
Nice. Out of 25.
13 of 19.
9 out of 15.
God, you are. What happened? Why do you have so few hit points?
He
What is
blows up all the time.
I
Yeah,
got
that's-
blew up.
Oh boy, it's
Yeah.
just so you have 15 max, and you're never full. It seems like. Okay, yeah, just all right.
No, I'm covered in bombs.
Yeah,
He has never had the expectation that he will always be
I think if I'm full hit points, I feel uncomfortable.
Right.
yeah. You're like, oh, something's
Why
wrong.
am I not scalded,
up?
burnt, or blown up in some other way?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
I'm
that just
going,
shows that you're siding with the man. If
Yeah,
you're
right?
at full hit points, then you're probably
Health,
not fighting
comfort?
hard.
Come on.
No,
That's not how you roll.
So I'm
comfort
gonna,
is not for revolutionaries.
I'm gonna pull my stiletto out and flip it around and then just jam it into the eye of one of the.
Oh boy, roll a hack and slash for me. Wow, yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
do
did.
exactly that.
You did.
Yeah,
Nice.
you can use Dex for that too because it's a stiletto.
I did it.
Yeah, so you just jam this right into the eye of the most injured one. Do not bother rolling damage. Because you definitely
Yes.
kill it. And good work. So now there are 3 Thri-Kreen remaining, 3 9-foot tall Thri-Kreen remaining. So they're no pushover, but at least now you don't have the Psionicist to worry about.
They're all in a decent range of each other, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So
Yeah. One is maybe like.
oh, did the psionic one die? I thought
the
it was
psionic
just
one
one
is-
of the.
Oswald straight
Yeah,
up.
I destroyed him.
Yeah.
So we killed the psionic one and one of the.
And one of the ones that was stunned.
Okay.
So the two that are next to Tenali are very tightly clustered, along with Tenali and Gideon. And then about maybe 6 or 8 feet away is Oswald with this remaining Thri-kreen.
So I want to try to use my domino effect ability
Okay.
to basically use my telekinetic strike to psionically sweep one of their feet and knock them both off balance.
Gotcha.
And hopefully knock
Cause
them
them to
over.
go tumbling down. I dig it. Let's see if it works. Wow.
That's a 9.
Nice.
Okay. So tell me again how this works, because I don't know your character sheet exactly perfectly.
So on a 7 to 9, the chain of events goes spectacularly awry, but ends up benefiting you anyway.
Okay, great. So yeah, so you kind of do like a psionic whip that goes across and catches one of the Thri-kreen under its leg. It falls over into number 4. 4 also falls over. They both grab a leg, Tenali and Gideon, and just yank them to the ground as you guys both fall. And then as you're all like in the scrum together, one of your explosives actually like falls out of your coat, and you're all like, none of you can run away from this explosion because it's like a gangle of limbs and bodies, and everybody's like fighting each other to try and get away, but no one's making any progress because no one's letting anybody run from this bomb. So the bomb goes off and explodes only though on these two as they block it. Like you guys are able to use
We
these two
somehow
as like
managed
a
to smush them towards
yeah,
the
you're like,
explosion.
and you kind of roll over and use them as shields against the explosion. So you did knock them to the ground, and I think exactly as your plan was to use one of his bombs to explode.
That's what I described, right?
I couldn't
There's
remember,
no
but
chaos in this.
I feel like that's exactly what you described. So yeah, that's what happens.
vanilla.
Roll me, it was a smaller bomb, so roll me a d6.
Use one of my gold dice. Foe.
All right, 4 damage.
Am I able to use my ego whip in conjunction with that?
You can use your ego whip when evs. That's
So I'm
it's a
gonna
great
I'm going to use it
thing
one
to
and
donate.
one.
Okay. Oh, on each of them. Got
on
it.
each of them.
Okay,
Nice.
so
One
3,
of them takes 3, and the other one
Takes
Takes
rolled out of the box.
4.
Yes.
Nice. All right. So they are both still conscious, but they are both still very badly injured after the ego whip. Ego whip is a really cool 2nd edition power, once again from the 2nd edition Psionics Handbook.
All about that second
Buy
edition here.
that shit. It's so great, guys. Kiganis, thank you for the donation. We really appreciate it. Oswald, heal 14 hit points.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I'm at full health.
Yeah. So you
That
guys
is
look
awesome.
over. So you guys look over and you see. So again, the sky goes dark for a moment, and just for a second, because Oswald, you're big, right? You're a half giant, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Oswald is a big, strapping half giant. Pretty good size. I mean, by any standards, huge muscles. By half giant standards, maybe a little less, but like not as strong as the average. Like maybe median for the average half giant, way above the average person. And so these like huge veiny muscles, like power wrestling muscles, you can see those veins popping, and the veins just for a moment just look like they fill with black fluid. And you see wounds close up, and he gains heart, stands up stronger and taller, and then the sky goes back to normal and his veins fade.
Oh.
Wow.
None of us are disturbed.
Hey, Oswald.
I look towards the sky. I think this is again.
Right?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'm,
well, you
I'm here to
definitely-
make Tyr great.
You definitely-
great.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here to
Again?
make Tyr great again.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
gonna say it.
Just say
I'm
it.
gonna
Just go
make
with
Tyr
it.
great again.
In the back of your head, you
That's
definitely
what's happening now.
in the back of your head, you definitely hear a very faint whisper that says,
I am your god, Kiganis. Okay, all right.
Whatever that means.
We don't know.
Thank
It was
you,
ambiguous.
It was
Gigannis.
very ambiguous. It is still not entirely clear what Kiganis wants from this world or anything, but or who he is or what I'm doing with him. That's okay,
That's fine. Those are questions that don't need to be answered right now.
and probably never will be.
Not every question has an answer.
That's true. Not every question has an answer. Not every answer has a question.
Oh yeah.
No, I think
And
that is
violence.
empirically false.
No, but that's the whole.
No, but bro, like, think about it for
But, like,
real.
Really?
Well,
think
and
about
also
violence
that's
is
the
never
whole-
the answer. So
Yeah, that's true. And also think about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's the whole. There's an answer, and they didn't know the question.
Yeah, but then they figured out the question and the world.
Well, it's
Yeah, but they didn't know it for a while. So
Well, so
I think we're
so
just
really,
like questions are dangerous.
Well-
Stop asking questions.
well, so but I think that really goes to my point, which is like, hey, if you don't know the question, was there ever really an answer?
Yeah.
there was.
Yeah.
Philosophically,
There was.
it's
There was. I mean,
it's
that
difficult
was
to
the point
say,
of
like,
Hitchhiker's Guide to the
so-
Galaxy is
There
that
was
there
a-
was
it's so hard to know if there
I'm
ever
sure glad
was.
we answered that philosophical question.
I have more to say on this, but I'll continue with the game. Okay.
Hey, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there, does it make a sound?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Perfect
Can it still
analogy.
be used for
Yes.
lumber?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
All those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's
Sound waves.
We'll
are,
never know.
Sound waves are.
We'll
No, it
never-
does.
No, but we
They're
can't know.
compressions of air.
I left a recording
It
device.
still happens.
Well, so someone was there.
So you're
No.
saying
Nope.
Tape,
Not a
recorders,
person.
tape recorders are people.
No.
they talk.
You know, if you're willing to
Yeah,
take that
they
stance.
talk, they have opinions, they have family. I think that makes you a person. All right, who's next?
Corporations don't talk to their people.
I'm going.
They talk
There are
with
low
money.
standards, clearly.
I'm going to attack. I can attack, and I still have the +1 hold, right?
Mhm.
So okay.
Yeah, you just have that there just in case Tana Lee has problems. in
Okay.
case something happens to her.
So I'm going to attack the most injured one,
Get them.
and that's
Oh,
a lot.
shit.
That's 11.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, I guess you could. Well, roll for me, I guess.
Here comes that damage.
Oh. Yeah, so I have to let him.
Reroll.
Hey. Here comes that damage.
Does that kill him?
No, it's all right. We're gonna
Keep
kill him.
using
I-
rerolls are just +1s. That's what's going on.
That's what's happening.
I really needed you to roll a 3 there.
Oh.
If only it was my damage.
Yeah.
It would have been at least a 3.
All right. So speaking of which, Tana Lee,
All right.
there's one
We're
that
all
we
just
canonically now we know that you can
that
kill.
I will bring you down if I
Yeah.
can hit you, assuming I can hit you.
I think no, you actually will bring it down because you roll damage even on 6s, right? 6 or below.
Oh,
That's your
yay,
thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I forgot
That's your
about
thing.
that one.
Yeah.
If I'm using.
Yeah, if you're in that
yeah,
like
if
stance
I'm
or
using
whatever it's called.
defensive, which I guess if I'm down on the ground, trying not to get
The question
murdered.
is, are you being defensive or are you being recklessly aggressive?
Well, I think that I'm going to be defensive because I'm trying to team up with.
With
Oswald.
Oswald? Okay, so you're being defensive.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called, right?
Yep.
Cautious, defensive? whatever?
Defensive.
Defensive.
So 10
Wow.
to hit him.
10 to hit him?
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
So I take my sickle.
Yeah, you're using
Yeah.
a sickle.
I am using a sickle.
Roll your d12.
And I'm going to try to chop this guy's head off.
Let's
with
see
it.
if we can break that curse of the 3. No, we cannot.
Nope.
The good news is it doesn't matter. You still kill the Thorcreen.
I did it!
You know, I got a lot of D12s here.
Yeah, you
give
should.
me
Yeah, you
different
should
ones.
Not use that one.
Because.
Here's like a peppermint D12.
Ooh.
Oh, fancy.
I would not
Tasty.
describe that as peppermint. That looks like a blood spatter.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
No, look at it.
Oh,
It looks
yeah,
like a. It's
I
like
get
a
it.
candy cane.
Yeah.
cane.
Blood spatter.
Yeah, blood.
Well, but
yeah.
I would also say that
He's like, it's
I would
my
also
Dexter
say
D12.
like those
This
the
is what
weird
we're talking about.
those weird candies that they have
Peppermint,
at
everybody.
the weird
blood.
candies that you have at Christmas.
The question is,
That's
does
like-
it taste like peppermint?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
Go ahead.
Or does it taste like blood?
Somebody.
Well, but I would also I would argue that those weird candies that you get at Christmas time that have like blood dripping down like concentrically down them, That looks kind of like this too.
The bloody barbershop pole.
Yeah, the bloody barbershop
Traditional
candies.
Christmas
Yeah,
candy.
and this just
Traditional
goes right along
Christmas
with that.
fare.
This is what I like to think. If you roll damage with that, it's like it went into the dimension that this is actually happening, and it was there for a second, got some of the
Yeah.
blood from your attack.
Yeah, it got some
Right.
blood spatter,
Yeah.
and then it pops back in.
Yeah, and then it
Yeah.
comes back.
I wish I had something that teleported places to receive blood and come back. That's something I wish I
Got
had.
that blood spatter, y'all.
Yeah.
I've got a whole peppermint set in here somewhere.
Okay.
You mean a blood splatter?
Yeah, I'm still so confused by this peppermint thing. But you know what? Everybody has a different childhood. I don't know about this peppermint candy that you talk about. I do know about the bloody barber pole.
The bloody barber poles they traditionally gave you. Right, no, it makes sense.
All right, so you haven't gone yet, though, right? This round?
Haven't I? When I stabbed him, it was last round?
I think that was last round.
All right, I'm a stab again.
Okay, you're gonna stiletto.
I'm gonna keep on stabbing. Stabbers.
Gonna keep on
stabbing.
stabbing.
Yes. All right, 8, 9, 10.
All right, roll your damage.
Come on, baby. It's a 1.
Oh,
Oh.
Nope.
technically, yeah, hit him.
So
Right? What is happening?
So you feel no pain there. Empathically, you cannot confirm that any damage was done. Like, can you confirm? I cannot.
It just bounced off the chitinous outsides of
Yeah,
the...
it just goes blink right off of its armor, off of its biological armor. So we're back up the top.
Did Pitka go? Did you go?
Yeah, Pitka went. Pitka did the chain of events. The
Yeah,
weird,
knocked them down and
yeah, the
exploded
what is it
them.
called? Domino effect.
Domino.
Oh,
effect,
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we're back up at the top.
That's why we're laying down on the ground like a bunch of fools.
Oh, well.
As you're
I'm
laying
not.
on the ground,
up.
well, Oswald didn't get.
I was
Yeah, I
just
didn't
like,
get
I'll
knocked
just be
down.
down here. That's fine.
Oswald's like, you guys want somebody to hang out there with you? I'll go too. I'll be there.
Just lay down.
So
Yeah.
but the
Make
good news
mud
is there's
angels.
only
Yeah.
there's only 2 remaining. One of which is
Yeah.
very badly injured. The very badly injured one is wrestling with Tenali on the
Yeah,
ground,
come at me.
and the very healthy one decides to try and help. So the very healthy one runs over to help pick up his friend and goes to stab Tenali. So
Oh,
that's,
no, you don't.
that's where they're at.
I'm
So
going to use a hold for one of those.
Ha!
well, we'll see. Who's up first?
Well, I mean, I would like to at least try.
I'm just telling you kind of what's happening.
Yeah.
Your actions actually determine going forward how it resolves.
Well, I'll try to defend Tenali.
Okay. You're using the defend action?
Yeah, I'm using the defend action,
Okay.
which is a 5
Total?
total.
Okay. So yeah,
So
failure.
I'm trying to blast an attack directly at them that might
Yeah.
might stop this from happening.
Yeah, the old college try. I like it. I like the effort. So as you do that, the healthy one just kind of looks over at you. You kind of like give a little shout and then do this or whatever, and just nothing no psionic energy comes out or anything. It just like looks at you and like throws a dagger at you. And you're going to take a d6 damage.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
Oh, good
What?
thing I have a reroll.
All
There
right.
we go. They're all gone.
6.
Oh.
Worth it.
Thank you, Keeganis.
Yeah, those rerolls really came in handy.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is up?
And so we can attack, do whatever we
You
want.
can attack, do
Okay.
whatever. Just know that this one is looks like it's focusing on
Okay,
Tenali.
I would like to sort of roll to where the one that's still on the ground with me is sort of blocking,
As like a shield.
like as he's above me, right? But since I've got this sickle, which has a pretty long reach on it, I'm gonna try and take the sickle and swing it up and hit the guy that's standing up with my
All right,
sickle.
so you're attacking the one that's standing while rolling over and using that one
yeah,
as a shield.
sort of just doing
Love it.
this whole
Absolutely.
that whole thing.
Roll me hack and slash.
It's beautifully choreographed.
and successfully
Love
choreographed.
it.
Yeah, so you roll over, take this one to use as a human / Thorkreen shield, and then just reach around and slash into the leg of the standing one.
Correct. And
Boy, oh boy, oh boy!
Not even the peppermint helps.
Okay, well, you do damage.
you know, it was a tricky move.
When
it's a hard thing I'm trying to do.
When
over
it does
here.
bad,
Freeze.
it's peppermint, but when it does good, it's
It's
bloody.
blood.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy.
So they're about 9 feet tall. I'm about
Yeah.
like 7 feet.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to just tackle this one that's
Nice.
standing.
Nice. Yeah. Are you gonna hack and slash, or are you trying to like physically remove
Can I
it
tackle
from-
and like stat like do a? or-
You know what? Here's what I'll tell you. If you want to just tackle it away without hack and slash, then I can have you roll. You know what? Regardless, just roll me a defy danger to tackle it.
Okay.
So using strength or constitution.
Okay, strength. No rerolls.
Oh.
It's a 5.
Okay, so you go running into this thing, and you actually successfully tackle it. And you think if you spend your hold, then you'll be able to tackle it and just drive it into the ground like 10 feet away from
Okay,
from
I'm
Tenna.
spinning that hole.
All right, so you successfully do that. You pile drive this thing into the ground. It's on the ground, and then you stand up. And as you stand up, you realize you're like, oh shit, its spear is inside of me.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so you like, as you tackled it, you
Yeah.
impaled
Impaled
yourself
yourself.
on its spear. So that's gonna be a D8 damage.
Classic.
Classic Oswald.
Classic
Classic
self-inflicted.
Oswald.
Oswald.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Hey.
If anybody needs the low rolling dice.
Yeah, so you pull it out and you're like, holy shit, somehow that went through my armor all the way through and did not get me. I don't know the physics behind that, but that's how it happened.
Nice.
Yeah, so good job. You didn't take any
Yes.
damage.
Nice.
And now you're on the ground, or this giant Thorkreen is on the ground next to you as you're standing over it. Gideon.
Okay. I'm just like, stuff that's worked in the past. I'm gonna actually
Bombs?
just.
Grenades?
I'm gonna take my grenade. Well, is anyone still? Who's up? There's the guy who's lying on the ground under Oswald. Is there still someone else who's like
Yes,
I'm
there's a
on the
very
ground with
badly
the-
injured one that's on top of Tenali.
on top of Tenali?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know these grenades don't do physical damage, so they're not gonna hurt her. I am gonna toss one of my concussion grenades at that one.
Gotcha.
To try and get him off of Tenna.
All right, roll your grenade.
Come on, baby.
Passively try to hold him up so that like his head is away from my head.
Right.
So that's a 5, 6, 7.
All right, so you toss the grenade next to, and it's a perfect throw too. So you've got it like right next to this pile of Tenali and the other Thorkreen, and it explodes, and you realize after you threw, you're like, oh no, that was one of the experimental grenades that does do damage. This could be a little problem. So roll me a D10 damage.
Okay.
They're both going to take that much damage. So that's the good news.
That is the good news.
2 damage.
2.
Okay.
Kinda
Which
the-
is actually enough to kill that one.
All right.
So-
Hey.
Yeah.
So now you just have a normal shield instead of a living shield.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
you have
not
a
as
normal
fun.
shield and a body shield, and then there's another dead
Plus
one.
my sword, plus a sickle.
Yeah, you've
Maybe
got
a
so much
carcass
equipment.
Shield.
Ooh,
Carcass
so-
shield, that's the
I
correct
like
term.
it. Yeah.
Classic CS. Yeah, so that is the whole round, right? You. Okay, so we're back at the top of the round, and there is only one Thorkreen left on the ground, just kind of like shaking its head. Like, for sure you gave it a concussion as its head hit back against the ground.
All right, I
Untacked.
Glad
want
that
to.
they have brains that we can give concussions
Yeah.
to.
I want to take my sickle and. Is he on the ground?
Mhm.
All right. I want to like pin him to the ground, like by his neck, by like stabbing the sickle.
Yeah,
into
the
ground.
the
You know,
circle of the
you know what I'm
yeah
talking
the
about?
crescent of the sickle. Yeah.
And like pin him to the ground so that if he were to sit up, he would basically like chop
Sever
his
his
own
yeah,
head.
decapitate
Decapitate
himself.
himself?
Yeah, and I think physically it would be very difficult for him to do that to
Right.
himself.
Unless he was just like,
He would have to do it very quickly.
Listen, he's been working out his core. He
Yeah.
can snap.
Yeah, he
Bend
can do a snap
and
sit up so well that if he sits up quickly,
Yep.
which he does all the time, it will decapitate him.
Right.
No question. Make me a hack and slash to do that.
Okay.
As you just try to pound it into the ground. All right. Yeah. Fine.
Yep.
I can do whatever I want. It just doesn't
So, yeah,
always
you- so-
have the effect that I would
Yeah.
like.
So you successfully pound your sickle into the ground, and you grab like a nearby. Now you find a pitchfork, and you grab a nearby pitchfork and stab it into the side, so that the handle of the sickle is
stabbed in, too.
stabbed in,
Yeah.
and then the other side is stabbed in. So it's perfect. And of course, if he sits up too quickly, he will be decapitated, because that's how that would work.
Yep.
And now he's trapped. So that's the end of the encounter.
Okay, I'm gonna say, how are you destroying these crops? What's the best way?
I actually want to, and this is a terrible idea. I want to try the parlay maneuver
Okay.
to get information out of him and be like, "We have you trapped. You must tell us."
Okay.
Well, this worked so well for us last time we had a Thor Kreen.
Right.
Tied
Yeah.
up.
They're tough.
Guys, we're
By
just
the
gonna
way,
have
I
to
have-
kill him.
Oh,
Yeah.
By the way, I have
I just want to
negative
know
one
where they're coming
charisma.
from.
I want to know how to destroy these crops.
Okay, so the first question I heard was, how do I destroy these crops? So the Thor
They're
Kreen
like fire?
the Thor Kreen looks at you and says, you can try to burn the crops, but that's going to take it's too difficult. These crops are too well protected. What you need to do is kill the workers. If they have no workers, the
Oh.
crops don't do anything.
All right, clearly
Kill
we're not on the same
the
side
workers.
as this guy, so let's
I'd
stop
rather
trying
not-
to do what they're trying to
No, I don't like this guy, and I don't like the crops. I want them both to be gone. It's evil fighting evil, and we got to get rid of both of them.
do. Oswald,
we have
Oswald,
to reduce
Wait,
the
wait.
amount of evil
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
look at it this way. The crops are a symptom, okay? We need to be taking out the disease, which is the Sorcerer King. We can take out these crops as long as we want, but as
He's just
long
gonna
as
keep
there's a
rebuilding 'em.
structure who's going to be rebuilding it and putting people who think it's in their best interest in the fields to work it, we're screwed. You
Okay.
can't fight the symptoms. You need to fight the disease.
I see what you're saying. It just
Spoken
bothers
like a true intellectual over here.
bothers me. Just this aura of evil I feel. This being here, you know. I just
As he says that, a beautiful bluebird goes chirping by over his head.
Evil. A doe goes
Yeah,
down.
yeah. You see a beautiful doe prancing by.
Stops, looks over, continues.
Yeah.
This is unnatural.
exactly.
What is it? What is it?
Yeah, this is definitely the first time any of you, because that by the way, that did happen, and this is the first time any of you have seen a deer. It is a really weird-looking creature.
It is a hell beast.
There's no
Yeah.
way something like that should be able to run on legs that skinny. I don't get it.
Yeah,
It's a demon.
it starts licking at a salt block.
All right. Look, Thor Kreen, take us to your tunnels. Let's make this fast, or we'll just kill you. Because either way, that's going to happen.
I'll kind of put my foot on the sickle right above his neck, kind of push it down just a little bit.
In what way would I gain by helping you?
Slow death or fast death?
I would prefer a fast death.
Then
That's
that's
what
what
we
we'll
thought.
give you if you help us. We'll
Oh,
give
well
you-
then, you'll give me a fast death if I help you.
Yes.
Okay.
Seems
Nailing
fair.
it.
Yeah, we did.
Not morally corrupt at all.
Oswald, pretty well done there.
Yeah, so I just thought about it, you know, that's the choices I would want if I knew I was going to die, you know.
Yeah.
Just put myself in his shoes, for, you know.
They don't wear shoes.
Oh. Put myself in
exoskeleton?
his exoskeleton.
Yeah. Walk a mile in his
In
exoskeleton.
their shoe-like cloth sacks.
Yeah.
The Thor Kreen stands up and says,
Did he stand
"For
up too
some
fast?
time."
He doesn't stand up.
Well, assuming once you remove the sickle, he stands up. very quickly. It's amazing how quickly he sits up and then stands up.
It is
This guy.
weird.
Well, and by the way, he was one of the very quick ones that was able to like dip and dodge around very quickly. So he's
Springy
he's
bastard.
very springy. He stands up and says, "Now I shouldn't admit this. I've been worried about my people for some time. I hate to be a traitor, and I need you to kill me once this is over.
Okay.
I really need you to kill me once this is over because I'll be a traitor at this point. But something is wrong with my people, and we need to stop this.
Is it a disease?
It's clear
It's
there's some
unnatural.
sort of-
It's the unnatural magic of this place.
Yes.
I don't think. Oh, it happened
Curse,
well
maybe.
before we ever came to this land.
Magic probably has something to do with it, though.
You were drawn by the.
We
We were
Unnatural
forced. We were
forces.
directed to come here. Yes, by the unnatural forces.
We encountered some of your people who rose like undead after we killed them. Tentacles erupted from them, and then eventually
Yeah.
a huge tusked horror erupted from one of their
It
bodies.
was
We call
a
them.
nightmare.
We call them the gifted.
That
It didn't seem
is
good.
a terrible gift.
And they cheated at dominoes.
Yes.
Is it
no
a,
respect.
That's the worst.
is it a cultural thing that you guys cheat at domino?
No, it's. It absolutely isn't.
I mean, because that's the experience we've had, and if we're going to generalize that to your entire population, then the assumption is
I've-
going to be
No,
that
the
y'all
point
cheat
is
at
that we do
dominoes.
not cheat at dominoes.
Oh, I'll stop spreading that then. Sorry.
Definitely do. We are honorable. Those who cheat deserve to die.
Oh, good.
Oh,
They did.
They,
Well,
they did.
that's exactly what I said.
Well, I'm glad at least I have some. I'll be honest, it's very difficult for me to interact with humanoids because we don't have a lot in common, and your culture seems very alien at times. But I like that you understand that cheating is punishable by
punishable
death.
by death.
I also understand that these crops need to be destroyed, so I understand that too.
Hello, my name is Sour Cream.
Okay, sorry. I'm Oswald.
Sour Cream.
Okay.
Sour Cream.
Sour cream pitka.
No,
Sour Cream.
no.
Okay. I thought this is what you do. You gesture a hand
You're
forth.
right.
Usually not a claw.
Okay.
Pincer.
Thank you.
What are they?
Thank you, Braid14, for naming the Thrycreen or the Thorcreen Sour Cream.
Amazing.
That is the best name.
Sour cream.
So
All right, listen, sour cream.
Sour cream, do you think that there is a... We will gift you with a death, but I'm not sure that it's advisable for us to abandon this partnership so early.
God damn it. I know what you're
Sean's
trying.
like, Sean
an
does not want
interesting
another
point,
NPC that follows the.
That's an interesting point. I like that you acknowledge that we can further exploit him before granting him a swift death.
All right. Before we do any of this, let's make sure he actually takes us to his caverns, okay?
He actually
Sour
takes us to
cream,
his leader.
lead the way.
Absolutely. Just be on the lookout because my kind have been patrolling around these farms quite a bit, and they've become very good at finding their way around, even though it's bewildering once you get inside of these crops.
Like some sort of maze.
A labyrinth?
It does.
of some sort?
It seems like maze. A maze.
Maze.
It seems like maze.
A maze.
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 Yes.
Amazing.
So you head.
We
Daryl,
really
you're
did
the
not
best.
want to acknowledge that.
I did.
I like that you snickered to yourself. It made me really happy.
So you head into the corn, and
Thanks, Daryl.
No problem. No problem.
you head into the corn, and the Thorcreen leads you into the field. Takes about 5 minutes, and then you go down one row, and he pushes some aside and points down at a very clearly hole in the ground, kind of dirt piled up around it. It's natural burrowing, looks like. Doesn't look like you know, like there are psionic abilities that are able to like move Earth very cleanly and make it look nice, and this just looks like they just dug it up.
Somebody just dug a hole.
Just
All
dug a
right.
hole.
Like,
that
Well,
ants-
thanks, sour
like-
cream.
like
How do we want to
ants.
do this? I pull out my stiletto. It's like, you want to just like raise your head a little bit? There's a little slat right under the neck. Just quick in and out.
Oh my goodness.
That sounds fair.
All right. I stab sour cream
well-
to death.
Well,
But-
before he
but like-
violently
But
does
like
this,
quickly, right?
I respectfully nod and say, "Goodbye, sour cream," and then you go insane.
And then I stab him in the neck. a few
And you
times.
stab him multiple times. Yeah. So when you stab him, a dollop comes out.
A dollop of Daisy.
A dollop of Daisy comes out, and he falls to the ground dead.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God, my first
I don't-
instinct
I
is
don't know.
is awful.
Yeah.
I pick up
To
an ear
teabag
of
him,
corn and
you know.
dip it in the dollop.
God.
Oh, well, at least sour cream is delicious.
I thought you were an unseasoned person.
It's a respectful move.
Yeah, that
Just a
was,
sign of respect. So yeah, so there's the hole in the ground.
Okay. Well,
All right, guys. Looks like we found ourselves here, a hole in the ground.
let's go.
I'm gonna go in there first.
All right, so Oswald leads the way.
That sounds like City's looking at me. I'm just talking about
Sounds
fucking
like
hole in the
City.
ground.
I'm just talking. Wow.
That was
Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's. I have to. Have you guys heard Nine Sweaters before?
Yes.
Okay, holy shit! Look up and listen to Nine Sweaters. It's Andy Daly's character record, basically. It's like it's like, you know, it's like stand up, but it's characters.
Andy Daly's so
And
funny.
yeah, Nine Sweaters is the best comedy album I have ever heard in my
I
life.
like Life of the Party Incorporated.
Oh, that's
Great.
so good, so good. Yeah, Nine Sweaters is great, and definitely download it and listen to it because holy shit, it's so good, and it's like such a good lesson in character work, because every character is like they're all basically like white guys, you know, because whatever, he's a white guy,
Right.
but they're just so distinctly different, all of them, with such amazingly funny viewpoints. It's really good. Anyway, Nine Sweaters. So. I'm just talking about fucking a hole in the ground.
Yep.
So Oswald enters the hole first.
Yep.
Daryl, your laugh makes me want to laugh more. I don't know if anybody else has that reaction. But
Everyone has that
okay,
reaction.
good. Yeah.
Yep.
So you enter. You go in first.
We all penetrate the hole.
I'll take the sloppy second.
Okay, then Pithka.
I just like to watch.
And then Tanalee, and then Gideon very slowly after the rest. Then finally, goes in.
You gotta start using caution at number 4.
All right.
Yep. So
I'm gonna slide on in.
you slide on in. It is. Oh God. Okay, I'm trying to think how to describe this, and
Get off of this.
and to really end this. Okay, so you go. So you go.
Everything.
So you're
That's everything
walking.
now.
All right.
Every
So,
word and sentence.
okay, so you're walking. You're walking inside, and it's very. It's. You know what? You get to a room.
Damn.
Tell us how moist it is.
No. So you get to a room. You get to a room, and the room is not remarkable. It's just a room with a pedestal, and there's a scarab on the pedestal.
We get to a room with way fewer sex metaphors than we expected.
Exactly. Yeah. You're like, oh, weird. I don't.
That made me snort, Jordan. Just for everyone in chat, that was me. I snorted.
It will happen to me, I'm sure.
Yeah, the first thing you notice in this room is the scarab. The second thing that you notice is there isn't one possible thing in this room that reminds you of sex. Not
Weird.
anything. Like,
Yeah.
just strangely, nothing.
Is that what I do every time I go in a room? I'm like I take note.
The
of
first thing you
thing.
do is take note of how many things
You're
remind you of
remind you of
sex.
Anything in
sex,
your
yeah.
phallic.
Yeah. You're like, first, phallic things. All right, second, holes.
I'm gonna. Can I
Looking
try?
for so many holes.
Yeah.
Can I try a spell?
All right,
lore?
if there's no holes, how about slits? Are there any slits? No slits? All right, what about gashes? How about trenches? Are there any trenches?
Is anything damp or moist? Or
So it's not damp or moist down here.
All right, fine. If there's none of that, then is there at least just balls? Are there any
Just
balls?
balls.
All right, no. I guess this room is devoid of any slits, gashes, balls, rods, or holes.
Let's
This
keep
is
this
a
going.
very boring room. It's
No
just like
innuendo in
shelves
here.
and boxes.
Yep.
No innuendo.
Okay. All right. Can I try a spout lure on this
Scarab?
The scarab. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's a 7.
All right.
What are you saying about it?
Oh, am I just?
Yeah, you
Oh,
decide.
I have
yeah,
to make
you're,
it
you're
up.
literally
Spout
creating
lore, you
lore.
say things
Spout
What is
some
this thing?
lore,
Oh
Daryl.
boy.
Spout some lore.
Okay.
Big bardic
This
knowledge here.
this scarab. This was an old sorcerer king's scarab from back where the half giants are from, near a town, and this is like a legendary scarab that a sorcerer king used to have, but that town and everything is gone now. It's a ghost town. He was defeated, but
Long
this is
ago.
a scarab from that time.
It was like a symbol of his reign.
of his reign, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
it
but
was
now
like,
the
and
half
it was like lost to history.
yeah, but now half giants have that land, and now it's a half like that town is gone, but now half giants have rebuilt upon it. So yeah.
This is you're 100% sure that this is what those stories spoke of. The scarab is actually, you've heard whispers of the scarab being a key of some sort,
Okay.
and that
Keymaster, if you will.
sorcerer king used that scarab as a key.
Okay, so
So
I'm
we
go-
need to find
The gatekeeper.
I'm going to approach the scarab cautious.
Modelo unless someone else wants to.
I'm going to approach this scarab cautiously, trying to see if I can feel magic coming off it, even though I don't think I can do that. I'm going to slowly grab it. I'm going to grab it.
Okay, so as your hand gets
Yeah.
just right next to it, you're sensing for emanations of magic, and you're psionic, right?
Yeah.
You feel nothing, so for sure there's no magic on this.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh wait! Don't pick this up off of this pedestal. You know, this is suspicious.
This is suspicious.
This is suspicious.
Right? There's a empty room that we just crawled down a hole to get to with just a scarab on one pedestal in an empty room. No one else thinks this is suspicious.
I'm gonna reflect on the interconnectedness of all things.
Please
okay.
do.
I can
And
search for traps.
see,
Please
I'm
also
gonna
do.
try to discern realities about what happens when he inevitably takes the scarab off of the pedestal.
Got it.
That is an 8.
Okay. Is that your speed divination?
That
Oh
is.
no, that's the.
So I spent a focus.
Okay, so you can spend it 1-to-1 to brief vision of the imminent future. Oh, gotcha.
So I'm taking
okay.
a hold on basically
Gotcha.
whatever happens.
As Oswald's hand is like right on top of the
Gotcha.
thing.
So as Oswald's hand is hovering over it, it's imminent future, right?
Yeah, imminent
Okay.
future.
You see Oswald pick it up, put it in his bag. And then you see Oswald and the rest of the group. You see, you guys talk to each other for a minute, and then you just keep moving into the next room. There is another door here.
Can we make sure not to say anything to each other so his vision is wrong?
That
All right. I mean,
You
I'm just
actually.
saying it's suspicious.
Hey,
You actually, in your
suspicious.
vision, you actually, Gideon actually says, all right, guys, can we not have a conversation to make sure his vision is wrong? And then everybody else is like, yeah, I think we should do that, blah, blah, blah. Everybody agrees. It's a short conversation, and then nobody talks after agreeing with that, and then moves on.
Sorry, mechanical question.
Mm-hmm.
How does hold 1 or hold 3 work?
Okay, so there are all sorts of different actions that give you hold. So when you roll the check, it'll tell you gain however many hold, hold 1 for this, hold 2 for this, whatever. Hold are just points, and it should tell you how to spend those hold later on. Does it not tell you how to spend the hold?
Oh, yeah, I guess it does. Okay, in that case, since we're down in these tunnels, I'm going to use a trap expert ability to try and gain some holds for the future. Whoop.
For the future.
Fuge.
That's what all the
10! So I get 3 holds
that's what all the scions, what is it, diviners call it.
Yeah.
Future.
for the future.
We just talk about the fuge, man.
cool in the future late?
All right, so I've got 3 holds, and I'll
Stop that.
ask
Stop
questions.
talking like that.
Okay.
So you can spend hold to do what with that?
I can ask, is there a trap here? And if so, what activates it? What does the trap do when activated? Or what
nice.
else is hidden here?
Nice. Did you get any hold for that?
I got 3.
Wow. Yeah, so you guys are going to be in good shape as you're moving forward.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gideon.
Yeah! I do one thing other than blow stuff up. Although you guys should see
which
how I
is
disable
still
traps.
very
Yeah.
closely related to blowing stuff
Right.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, you guys see how I disable traps. It'll be great.
Yeah.
So you just activated in a controlled situation.
Controlled.
So should I grab this scarab or not?
He's like still got his hand.
Yeah, just
It-
like,
nothing will happen if you grab it.
Okay. This is the scarab.
that's the scarab.
See-
All right, yeah, so you grab the, you grab the idol. That reminds me, Daryl has this really funny sketch, the Indiana Jones, you remember the idol
Yes.
sketch?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Daryl had this really funny sketch a while back that was making fun of Indiana Jones, where him and his comedy partner do the part where, at the very beginning, where he's like, "Throw me the idol, I'll throw you the whip," and there's no time, and the whole joke of it is just that there's no time, and so like people they just immediately make decisions to throw things to each other because there's no time, and that's just the whole joke of it.
There's no
It's
time.
really funny that's like such a good argument. Like you can't consider this. There's no time.
Which
yeah.
I feel like could be a political campaign
There's no
slogan.
time.
There's no time.
There's no time.
There's no time. Just decide.
Just guys, come on, come on.
Yeah.
Oh no, oh no.
Yeah, that's a really funny sketch. Anyway, so
I think all the pollsters should start.
Thanks.
Who are you voting for? Come on, answer. There's no time.
There's no
there's no time. Tell me
no
now.
time.
There's no time.
I don't have time for this hang up.
I don't have, but then I can't tell you. So you grab the idol, the scarab idol, and put it in your rucksack, your little leather messenger bag, Indiana Jones style, and nothing seems to happen.
Is there anything else going on with this
Indescribable room.
pedestal?
The pedestal doesn't look like a dick. It looks exactly like a pedestal. Yeah, it's
make our
just
way
a
into the
regular looking
tunnels, right?
pedestal.
Yeah, let's continue on.
As you get into the next room, or as you leave this room and go into the hallway now begins to look like it has been cleared out precisely. It's no longer looking like it was like something burrowed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, oh, these are hallways now. Like stone on the sides and everything. And you actually see braziers and sconces and stuff as you walk down the hallway. So you go down for a couple minutes and come across a very large room. And in this room, you see murals on each side of a very well. Actually, the mural. I mean, it's two murals, but you can tell the murals are kind of one. Like the themes are similar, and it looks like it just kind of like wraps around, and it just stops for a minute and then continues back around. So it's one image on two walls, and it's a beautiful city. Much more beautiful than anything you could imagine in Athos. You see people everyone is carrying food or water. You don't see a tremendously oppressive sun in the sky. It looks comfortable. The environment is relatively green and lush. You see fountains, and the homes the buildings in the city are nice. You see a lot of pictures of people smiling, which is very unusual.
Very unnerving.
Yeah, just like people smiling. Yeah, and you just don't see like the very few bits of art that you see in Dark Sun. Actually, the only real art that you would see in Dark Sun would be the propaganda murals, and even those are more like you see determined heroes. You don't see people happy or smiling in those.
This is underground? Still?
Yeah, underground.
I was like, have I missed something here? Did we? Cool.
I
There's a door at the other end.
of course, as I'm as I'm staring at these murals, I say, "This is what I'm going to make Tyr. I'm going to make Tyr great again, just like this." And I keep on going on about how I'm chosen to make Tyr.
Yeah. Do you
the
have any
best.
specific ideas on how to do that? Okay, good. That's already,
Here's the
I
thing,
could
they've
make
already
the
built
obvious
a wall,
joke.
so-
Yeah.
yeah.
Gonna build some
Yeah, the
walls.
thing is, they already have strong walls, so now that's like step one already.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
It's on the way. Yeah, exactly.
I have no particular appreciation for.
That doesn't seem to
For the
strike you.
girls.
Yeah.
This art's not doing it for you? This visual,
visual medium?
display is not
Doesn't this smell
working
pretty
for you?
happy to you?
Yeah,
Weirdly
it does smell very happy.
It smells super happy.
Yeah,
Sort of
you
a-
get into the room and you're like, oh, this is the smell of happiness.
Yeah. Rustic, earthy smell.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's make our way through this corridor. This is like unnerving.
Yeah. So actually you get the door at the other end of this room is
And is this door trapped?
this door is locked.
It is locked.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it is not trapped.
Okay.
Is this like a keyhole? Like, do I know what the locking
Yeah, but
mechanism is?
it's a stone door. So yes, there is. You see a place for a key, but even with that, you're like, oh, this is like, depending on how thick this door is, like, how would you even open it anyway? Like stone doors
that
don't really
Yeah,
About
that's what I'm.
exist.
All right. Can I try and pick lock?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so roll
Okay,
me.
we'll
Roll me dexterity.
Okay.
Oh.
Whoa.
That's a success.
Oh,
I rolled
that is a
11.
resounding
Nice.
success.
Okay, so you walk up to the door and you see him pull out you see him pull out a roly-poly bag.
Yes.
Folds out.
And I have like tools and stuff.
Yeah, you
and-
see all these different tools. You see him like intricately working. You see him putting like different tools in, taking things out. You see him like chiseling a little bit.
We're all just watching intently as
Yeah,
he's doing.
it is confusing how much work he's putting into this. It's like a good 10 minutes of lock picking, and not just lock picks, but like different tools.
So you have to understand like exactly how a door works if you.
Yeah. So
it
it's
can be complicated.
yeah, like good 10 or 15 minutes, and then like finally you just see him do this to the keyhole. And then step away, and then it just looks like he just shoved a bunch of clay into it, and then all of a sudden the door just explodes violently.
Do we need
Well,
to? Do we
alright,
need to
lock
avoid?
Yeah,
Do we need to avoid the shards of the door?
You know what? Everybody defy danger. So you picked the lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should probably defy danger first
Oh,
by
yeah.
running away.
Oh,
Yes!
you
Nice.
did.
12.
You absolutely defy that danger. No more
That's like a
reroll.
Say 7, much better than a 6.
I
9.
got 9 for my roll.
Okay, and I'm rolling away. Oh, that's 10.
All right.
Yeah.
So dexterity, unless people have a different idea of how they're saving themselves.
Can I use con?
Sure, you can use con.
All right, so I'm at
Yeah.
a 10.
Just like be tough enough.
Can I
Yeah, just take it.
psionically try to block the thing?
Absolutely, you can try. Does that put you to 10?
No, that puts me at a 7.
Okay. Well, hey, that's much
Better
better
than a 5.
Yeah, you don't want to fail the roll. All right, so this is essentially a bomb, but it's like a lesser bomb. So I'm going to say it does a D8 damage. So for those of you that straight up failed, it'll be a D8. For those of you that got a 7 to 9, it'll be 2D8, the lower of the 2. And nobody failed, right? Yeah, so that's good.
10 is nothing, right?
10 is nothing. You take no damage.
I got a
so
10, so.
so I think it's
Me
just you.
too.
Yeah.
Just
I just need another D8.
Oh,
2
Oh.
damage.
That's not bad.
Oh, you have to take the lower.
Yeah, the
Oh,
lower.
oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I was really scared for a second.
Okay.
So, Gideon seems to get the door open.
Hey, lock picked.
Hey.
Lock picked.
All right.
Let's find out what's on the other side, everybody.
All right.
All right. All
Well.
right.
Everyone looked at me like that, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just do it." Sorry.
So when you go into the next room, you see there's there's an army. Well, not. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, guys.
Okay, not necessarily. Okay, there's
Sorry about
there's
your
a huge, there's a swath of
If the,
beetles.
so swarm.
Yeah, swarm. Yeah, swath. A
Right.
swath.
So
of,
swarm.
A swath of beetles, like everyone would call it. But any person knows a swath of beetles, as most people commonly refer to. A lot
Beetles?
of bugs.
Yeah.
It's like a locust swath. You've heard of
Yeah,
a locust
yeah,
swath
yeah.
before, yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody's swathing those locusts.
Yeah, exactly.
Swath of bees.
A swath of bees, yeah. It's a very common phrase. So as you go into the room, that's what you
You want me
see.
to roll lore on that? Spin
Oh,
lore on that?
the beautiful thing about being GM is canonically, you do all know.
That we call them swaths.
We call them
In
swaths.
Athos, that's the most common way to call a
So
grouping of
my character
insects.
does say there's a swath of beetles. I
Yeah.
can say that.
Right. And then the three of you are like, oh, I've definitely heard that phrase
We
before.
were like swath. Oh, that's a
Oh,
lot.
swath.
Oh, that's
that means
good.
a large number.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh no, a swath. Ooh.
I'm writing this down.
I really. Oh man, I'm
Notes you've taken.
I know. Yeah. Trying to.
The number of notes you've taken, Jordan.
I don't think I wrote this. I think someone else wrote on the back of mine. Right?
yeah, that's my handwriting.
I was gonna say.
Like that doesn't.
I didn't take any
You have
notes.
like idle hand syndrome or something.
I wrote King Tech down.
I don't even remember what that.
Take Tule.
Oh, Tech Tuktale.
And I called him King Tech.
Oh, that's right, King
Right.
Tech. So,
We're
so
all
this
on the
room
same
is
page.
so this room is filled with beetles, and
How big are these beetles?
I mean, by our standards, pretty big, but
Like
not
dinner
in
plates.
yeah, like dinner plate big.
Okay.
But
We
by
could
Dark
step
Sun
on them, but
standards,
it would take effort.
a lot of effort. Yeah, because you have to like stomp on them. But Dark Sun standards not that big. I mean, there's beetles much bigger than this. I mean, there's riding beetles
Right.
Sure.
in Dark Sun.
There's beetles that give nectar.
There's beetles that give nectar. There are giant caravan beetles even that are used for like as giant pack animals.
So these are on the smaller side.
Yeah,
of
these are on the
beetles.
much smaller side of beetles here in Dark
What are,
Sun.
sorry, what's
But
the
there's
nectar?
a swath of them. So.
Kank nectar.
Are these kanks?
No, they're not kanks.
Oh.
Do they seem to be eating something, or is there any?
Well, here's the weird thing: they are not moving,
Oh.
but they're not.
There's no scuttling that's
There's
going on.
there's
right
no
now?
moving. But they look. They're beetles. Like they're not. Like
Is there even like small movement, like their little antennas, like that? Just like
Let's
this
pick
guy?
one up. I pick up one of the beetles.
as soon as you pick it up with your hands, you can tell it's real. It's not made out of stone or any sort of composite material or anything like that. It's real, but it
it's,
doesn't
like,
move
alive?
or react
It's
at
alive?
all when you pick it up.
So it might be a dead beetle.
It's not dead.
But it's
Because
like,
there's
but it's
no
like
like
frozen.
because like if
It's
a
like
beetle
suspended.
like if a beetle just sits somewhere, it's gonna decompose. But this is just sitting here, not moving, and it has all of its biological material intact.
I look at my scarab. Does it look like these beetles?
Almost exactly the same. This one has been like painted a little bit and has like gold filigree on it.
Everyone, look at this.
You
All
hold
right.
up your scarab.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you hold up the scarab, you actually you hear a little bit of humming. A very
Oh.
quiet humming.
Do we see antenna move?
You start to see
like that?
very barely. You start to see antenna moving as you hold it
Hey,
up.
maybe put the scarab away. Actually,
But wait,
As you put it back away, the humming dies down and the antenna stops
so
moving.
this could possibly be to our advantage, or we could have a horde of angry beetles
A
attack us.
swath.
do you know?
A swath.
A swath of angry beetles
Do you know?
attack us.
I'm remembering something. Can I spout lore?
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
That's gonna be a. Oh no, it's gonna be a 5.
All right, spout lore.
This is gonna
Still
be.
gotta say what
this
you
is
were
gonna
gonna say.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, what I was gonna say is that with this scarab, I can control them like an army. They listen to me. I remember this from the legends
You
of
heard
this.
a story as
of
a
the-
child
yeah, because
about
this-
that.
That's
well, this
not a
used
great
to
one
be-
to fail.
I know, it's gonna be terrible.
A little specific. But you were young. You don't remember it.
That
quite
is
clearly.
exactly the story that you heard, though.
Yes. So.
All right, so you hold it up. the antennas move like that.
One is definitely more active than the other.
Yeah, one is real slow.
Yep.
It's like the bug equivalent of a lazy eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like,
It just doesn't get the work the other one
no,
gets.
it's lazy. Don't give it excuses.
Okay, so it's lazy.
It's lazy.
That antenna needs to pull itself
it could
up
move
by its own
and wiggle
bootstrap.
if it wanted to.
Exactly.
Work harder, left antenna.
Well, but I always, you know what though, like left antenna don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you
That's
don't.
true. You know,
Don't.
It's really true.
it's like if there was a halftime show, I'd be like,
Outlaw
the
left
left antenna is much
don't
cooler.
care.
Or is it right antenna don't care?
No,
it doesn't
left
matter.
antenna.
It was left shark.
It was
Okay.
left.
Left shark is the best. So, so you hold up the scarab, and all of these beetles come to life. You realize after they then start. Just the entire swath starts moving towards you at the front of this room. Like the whole room of beetles starts swathing
Oh my
around
gosh.
Okay, I'm going to
And-
say, troops hold!
Well, as you say that, the beetles don't seem to hear you or recognize that you said
Or give a
anything.
fuck that
Yeah,
you
they
just-
don't seem to give one single fuck about what you said. Not only that, like the beetles actually start rushing. They rush out of the room past you.
Away
like they
from
don't.
him?
They don't seem
Or past him.
to past him and into the next room. They
Did
just
you
start
just
running
call
out.
like a fucking swarm on
A
the
swath.
people?
a
Of,
swath.
a swath. Did you just call a swath on the people of here? Like, there's gonna be a fucking locust swath going on.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh.
I guess you're
We
gonna
don't
destroy
know
those crops.
where they're going.
we don't know.
I start running, I follow them.
You're following. So you go running after. all
And I
these
still have
beetles.
this out. Yeah, exactly. I'm
Did
following.
they go through the door we just blew up?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so
They're
Oh
going out
my.
towards the surface.
Oh, out towards the surface.
Yeah.
let's
The
maybe-
surface, you say?
Guys,
Yeah.
this is bad.
Wait, this could be great.
No!
This could be something my character wants. I'm gonna keep following him.
You're gonna keep following them.
I'm gonna say,
wrong.
troops, destroy the crops.
I don't think we have much choice but to follow.
Yeah.
Unless someone convinced me otherwise.
You're right.
We're going.
All right. So you go.
Symptom, Oswald. It's a symptom.
So you're just going running with the scarab out in front of you, shouting at these beetles. to-
Chasing slash following?
yeah, chasing / following the beetles. Just these crazy
Dinner
crazy
plate
beetles.
size.
Yeah,
Plate
dinner plate
size.
size beetles.
Beetles with lazy left antennas.
With lazy left antennas. The lazy, you're chasing these the lazy left antennas from Liverpool up to the surface, and as they get back up to the surface, and you're following them with the scarab, the beetles stop.
Oh.
As they get to the surface, they kind of spread out. And they stop, and you can.
How many of them are
the
there? Like,
humming-
how much space do they take?
I
up?
mean, it takes. There are hundreds of these beetles.
Oh, my goodness.
So yeah, lots
Okay.
of beetles. I mean, you're talking about. It probably takes up like half a football field size of all
Of
these
dinner-sized
beetles, of
beetles.
dinner plate sized beetles, and they just stop, and then the humming starts, and you hear that
Okay.
humming from before.
Oswald, put away the scarab.
But don't you want to know what they're doing?
Well, of course, but not without being prepared
Okay.
first.
As that happens, as the humming starts, you actually see the nearest obelisk start to vibrate a little bit, and you see the runes glow brighter.
Put it away, put it away, put it away, put it away.
We'll come back to this. So they're just gonna
As
stay
you,
right there.
as you
right?
put it away, the beetles freeze in place again.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
a
we.
little curious now.
I know. I want to know.
Can you
what
take it back out for a second?
you want me to?
Take it.
Okay.
We
Glad
shut
to
up.
see that you're curious too. Here we go.
So it takes a minute for the humming to begin again, but it's very clearly related to the humming that these beetles are doing, where again it starts shaking, the runes start glowing brighter, and you know what? Everybody make me a defy danger roll.
Great.
Non-physical.
Always.
Non-physical
Oh, yeah, that.
attribute.
Okay,
Oh,
so
a non-physical attribute.
so
Yeah.
mental fortitude.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
so
good.
int, wisdom, or charisma.
13.
Oh, nice, you succeed.
Wisdom. 12.
Nailed it.
I'm such a cool
Succeed.
dude. I'm going with go charisma. And it's a 5, 6.
No one was impressed.
Oh.
Mark XP.
Mark XP. Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah, see, it's not.
you
all
like
for
you
naught.
flip up the collar on your duster,
My great coat.
on your greatcoat.
All right,
love the phrase
7
great
if
coat.
I use my charisma.
Okay, all right. So you all feel a psionic, well, not psionic, but a backlash from the runes glowing, and it's very much like it feels like an invasive magical effect in your mind. Those of you who okay, so you succeeded, you failed, and you partially succeeded.
Right.
Okay. So the two of you have a vision of the same city that you saw in the murals, and
In the underground one.
just now, yeah,
Okay.
underground in those murals, and you see a very powerful wizard building these obelisks, and you can see he has it's a very it's a very classical fantasy like wizard's tower that he's building these in.
What a fucker.
What a fucker. Yeah, and you
guy.
see him like pouring through books and like writing on the walls, like figuring out the equations and the alchemy behind creating these things. It's actually a bit of like a montage of him putting this together, and as he finally builds it, he finally finishes building this. He's on his deathbed, and as he passes away and dies, you cut to outside of his tower, and you see this beautiful city, and there's kind of an overview of the city, pans across the whole city, and then you see outside of the city, you see armies battling, and you see very clearly like stereotypically evil wizards commanding armies against each other, just destroying each other, and you see these wizards just pulling energy from the earth to fuel their destructive magics, and this wizard is very clearly just back to the wizard. The wizard is just trying to impart to his apprentice, trying to pass on the tradition of non-destructive magics. And the apprentice, you can just tell, sucks. Just is not good. Like the apprentice is like writing it down furiously and like has the best of intentions to like, to like carry this through and to, be able to, because he knows the importance of this. Like the wizard knows the importance of this. The apprentice knows the importance of it, and it's just not gonna stick probably.
Okay.
So that's what you see.
I put the brooch away and I say, "Is this magic?"
So you have a vision of,
Me? You're talking to me?
yes, you, our failbot, our failure.
I feel.
Oh.
You have a vision of a I guess what you would define as a sorcerer king. You see very clearly somebody with power and who knows magic. They have magical tattoos scribed all over their body, and the apprentice is in the room with this wizard, and the wizard is just screaming at the apprentice, and the apprentice just doesn't. Questions are being hollered at the apprentice, and the apprentice just can't really answer properly. Like he's trying, but it just isn't. It's just not there, and eventually the wizard or sorcerer just has enough and motions to the guards, and the guards just drag the apprentice away and throw him into the deepest dungeon. You have a vision of the sorcerer king that is the head of the legendary free city of Tyr. So you actually have a vision of Yenin, and Yenin is. You see Yenin working in his in a very different pursuit than the wizard you saw before. The wizard you saw before, there was a lot of equations and alchemy, and there's a lot of research and books and everything else like that. And you see Yenin doing some similar research, but anytime Yenin runs up against a problem or has any difficulty with figuring out how to do it, and it looks like Yenin is trying to work for the same thing. He's trying to figure out how to make these things work and how to do better. But it seems like anytime Yenin runs up against an obstacle or a problem, he just tries to find the shortcut around it to get to the next step. And eventually, you can see he just doesn't have the answer, and you see him just reach over and just cripple a plant. The plant falls into dust, and he moves on to the next issue.
This guy's fucking evil.
So that's what you all see.
Yeah, so I'm going to say, did I just use magic?
Feel dirty, don't you?
I don't know. I think all of us were part of whatever just happened.
If this is magic, I want to destroy it, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure this is the type of magic they talk about. After what the Way has gifted me with.
Well, here's what you know. That scarab has no connection to the Way. The Way being psionics.
Well,
None at all.
if I take it out, these beetles. So if I am going to destroy it, I got to go do it somewhere else.
Right.
All right,
But-
well, there's something going on here.
Yes.
I think continuing to have these beetles attack the service world in whatever way is happening might be a bad idea.
Well, especially if I'm using magic to do it.
if
'cause
you're
that's
using
not
magic,
right.
perhaps we should head back down into the caverns. Was there like
Just leave
more
this
ways
Yeah,
to go?
yeah, there
Ball
was-
field
yes,
of
there was.
Frozen beetles
All right,
up here.
leave the frozen beetles
Deal
here.
with them later.
Because you've got the scarab, so hopefully nothing's going to happen until someone with the scarab comes back up and commands the beetles once again. But for now, why don't we head back in, find out what the Thorakreen are doing, because the fact that they had these beetles like ready
But
and
they
waiting.
did have them locked away.
In a room.
Sure. And we let
We
them out.
kinda-
In a separate
Them
room
out.
from the scarab.
We might be dumb.
There's always that possibility.
I
have to admit-
don't think the Way would guide us wrong.
Well,
The Way
know.
wouldn't.
not sure.
Interpreting it wrongly could always happen.
Look,
Well,
Oh yeah, no, you don't interpret it incorrectly. I forgot.
look, I don't truck with you guys and your ancient religions of whatever sort. Let's go back.
Your hokey ancient religions.
Yeah.
I agree. Let's go back.
I will. Young boy!
Oh, you mean
young
the-
boy? Is there a young boy around?
Yeah, there is. He's right over there.
Which young? Are you talking about the farmer you were talking to earlier? Okay.
No, his young boy.
So the farmer comes up to you and says, "You can talk to me."
And the little boy's
You
like,
really wanted to talk. You really
these
wanted to talk to your
strangers are saying
son.
weird things to me, Paul.
No, that's okay. You can talk to me. If you have any questions, you can talk
I mean,
to
all
me.
right, if you insist. All I wanted to tell your young boy was, let's leave these here beetles be.
what are beetles for us?
Would you mind watching our beetles?
Oh, then they're beetles. Oh
would you
there
mind-
sure are some classic beetles you got
Would
there.
you mind giving these little beetles here a watch for us?
We'll keep an eye on these beetles. Yeah.
Giving them a watch?
We'll give them a watch.
If anything happens to this swath, you need to let us know.
Yeah.
Okay?
How can I let you know?
We'll be,
Yell.
we'll be,
Just start screaming real loud.
we'll be down in this hole.
We're gonna go crawl back down this hole
If something
underneath
happens,
your underneath
Guys,
your
we're the
crotch.
worst adventurers.
if something happens, send your boy down the hole. And
Send this young boy down. Tell him to find us. We'll send someone up right quick. I promise. But honestly, it is the best course of action to not touch any of these beetles.
We're not planning on touching any of the beetles. If the swath begins moving, I'll let you know.
All right.
All right, young boy, did you get that? Did you get all that, young man?
He's fine. He's fine.
Hey kid, you want some candy?
He opens his coat.
Give him a bomb, please.
I've got this.
All right,
I've got
I'm gonna
this
take one of my
peppermint.
grenades.
But this looks like blood.
And I'm gonna say, if anything goes on that we need to know about, you take one of these and you throw them into the hole. We'll hear the explosion.
Oh my.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So
I
you
give
just
him a
pull
concussion
this
grenade.
thing out, right?
Yeah, you pull that.
All right.
Don't do it until you want to throw it.
Yeah, because it's gonna explode right after I pull it.
Well, it'll be about 5 seconds.
I'll just throw it as soon as I pull the pin.
Yeah,
I'm
just
not
a
gonna
good
count.
idea.
Yeah, just run.
Okay.
Running's always the best course of action when you're not familiar with bombs.
All right. They're loud, so hopefully we'll hear it.
He puts it in his pocket.
All right.
I guess watch these beetles for a while.
All right.
How long are you gonna be?
Well, who knows?
Depends on how deep the hole is.
Correct.
Well,
Okay.
Hopefully there's a point at which it stops.
Let's go into
And
the hole.
honestly, hopefully we'll be able to get all these beetles back underground.
Guys, we made it like 3 rooms down. Let's keep going.
Keep going.
All right, so you go back down
Now that
and
we're done chasing / following all of these beetles.
so as you go back down into the room you were in before, with all of the beetles now devoid of beetles or beetle activity, there are 2 giant statues with like tentacly arms and like octopus squid type faces. There's a giant staircase.
Is this a real creature that we would have like seen before?
Oh no.
Or we're just like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
that
no,
thing?
it is weird, Lovecraftian, and terrifying.
Okay.
Hmm.
And there's a giant, I shouldn't call it a staircase, there's like a dais, I guess, like half a dozen steps that goes up beyond the 2 statues and then stairs. And then you see an altar and giant double doors beyond the altar. The altar has weird language written all over it. The language is incomprehensible.
Okay, well, let's make our way up the stairs towards the double doors, right? And like see if we can get through. If there's anything we can comprehend on the way, then
Yeah, you think the altar, there's something off about that altar. Like, even just being close to it, you're real worried about.
I'm gonna approach the altar and put my hand out, trying to feel magic. Again. I'm like that. That's how I do it.
All right. Daryl, I just want to make sure I haven't miscommunicated something with you. You can't just put your hand out and feel
No.
magic.
That's
just
how I
to be clear.
That's how I cautiously approach things I think are magic.
Got it.
That's
okay.
like a character thing. I know it doesn't.
to be 100%
Yeah.
clear.
I know.
Not how
I know
magic
it doesn't. I know it doesn't. That's what my character
does.
thinks.
I can do that
It
though,
does.
right?
All 4 of you can do that. Physically, there's
It's
nothing.
not gonna find magic.
Right.
Okay, so
So you step forward, putting your hand.
I'm going. Yeah, here. This is it.
All right, so your hand touches the altar. Make me a defy danger roll with a mental characteristic.
Okay, mental fortitude.
I like that we all just walk.
Wow.
Did you get double 6?
See,
Double
this works.
sixes.
It
just
does.
Correct.
It just works.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
so
that caution.
Daryl puts his hand on the altar, and all of a sudden, so the altar, the language on the altar, all of a sudden glows bright purple. All of the language now is glowing like it's runes. You didn't really notice it before, but now the whole like stage that you're up on has statues kind of in alcoves on the back wall, and you see these statues, and they're of Thrycreen, but these Thrycreen have like weird growths and like tentacles growing out of them and stuff like that. And you see also like you also see a mural above the door of Thrycreen just dying bloody deaths, going through this transformation, and then some of them surviving this transformation. becoming the gifted Thri-kreen that you guys have met.
The Thor.
The Thor-kreen, yeah. You see Oswald, his eyes just turn completely black for a moment. And then once again, you see in his rippling muscles, you see his veins fill with this dark black ichor. And just for a brief moment, you see just a bulge like coming out of his neck and then just goes back to normal.
Oh.
No problem.
Is he aware that this just happened?
No. What happened is you put your hand on the altar, and then for just a brief moment, the entire room went pitch black, and you couldn't see anything. And then your vision comes back. The lights were turned back on.
Something's
Oswald.
going
He comes
on.
back to when we're all like
Something
this.
happened.
I don't want to freak you out, but I would say stop touching crazy artifacts. That would just be my first reaction.
Okay, but
Because it's
nothing.
not doing great things for your complexion, buddy.
Okay, I don't understand what you're happening. I just touched a chair and nothing happened, but I passed out for a second. That was okay.
You're
Did I pass out because I touched the chair?
you're kind of erupting into some sort of corrupted beast every time this happens, and we think this shouldn't.
Oh no! And
Yeah.
it's magic doing
Hey,
this.
hey, buddy, Oswald.
Magic doing that.
Look, it may not be magic. We just think you shouldn't keep touching things.
Okay, I don't want magic to do things. Okay.
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
Oswald, we're all on board. No magic. Stop touching things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
It's probably for
definitely
the best.
won't. I
Right.
definitely won't.
Let Pitka touch
I'm
some
done,
stuff.
guys.
I'll touch that.
Pitka can touch the next thing, okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
what-
take turns touching.
What happened? What happened just now, Daryl?
Yeah.
You know, was not psionic.
Okay.
Oh.
Not psionic. You know that.
I'm freaked out. All right.
Okay, thank you, Faquad, for
Faquad.
donating to give the Southern Belle 1 HP.
Oh.
Nice.
If,
Oh, thank you.
If you do not require it, you may pass it on.
Well. Who anybody right around here need a hit point?
If anybody else is in a little wuss shape,
I guess I could always use a hit point.
I'm bloodied. I'm officially.
Oh,
send him
my.
then.
Well, in that case,
so we'll go ahead and
have
pass
my
it
hit
on.
point.
Pass on my hit point.
All right, boy.
I do declare.
You are very welcome, courtesy of Faquad.
Thank you, Farquaad.
Thank you,
Farquaad.
Farquaad.
The kindness of strangers.
I always rely on the kindness of strangers.
And then pass it on to somebody
And then
else.
sometimes I'm like, no thanks, and I give it away.
no, thank you.
I didn't actually want that, but thanks for giving it to me anywho.
I just want to feel important. Okay.
I like to feel special.
So, there's these giant double doors behind the altar, behind all of these gifted Thri-kreen that you see now.
Okay.
Or
Are
Thor-kreen.
they trapped?
The
Can I check and see if
statues, the statues are not trapped.
Can I check? I mean the double doors.
Yes, absolutely. The double doors are trapped. This is a mundane trap, though, unlike the altar, which was a magical trap.
Okay. Can I try and disable the traps?
Of course you can. Absolutely.
You can always try.
Yeah.
Please don't
Boom,
fail.
boom, boom! Plus
Ooh.
Dex 4, 5, 6.
All right.
Oh, boy.
All right. So you take out your thieves' tools.
Yep.
And you guys see him spend again 10 or 15 minutes like intricately
Looks
dealing
like
with
it's
the
gonna
door.
be fine.
Yeah, no issues. And then right at the end, he just jams what looks like clay in the center of the door.
You guys are noticing I have a method.
We're like, okay.
Okay.
This is what
Yeah,
happened last
and then
time.
right at the end
We're
of
all
that
backing
like
up.
very long intricate process, jams clay into the middle of the door, backs away, and the door explodes. It looks like the trap probably will be disabled. Everyone defy danger.
I'm not sure this is an even trade.
Physical or mental?
I got a 5. So
it's you're defying danger from the bomb blowing up, not from the trap.
okay.
So yeah, I got a 5, so it's a 7 with dexterity.
Okay, 7 with dex.
Rolling out of the way. Damn! Wow. Okay.
Look at you.
11. I'm rolling good with
Oh,
those.
look at you. High roller.
8. If I use strength, it's a 10.
That's a 9 if I use Dex just to roll out of the way.
Okay. So for those of you who got, did anybody fail it? Okay, cool. So for those of you that got a 7 to 9, this is going to be rough. I'm sorry in advance. So you're going to take the higher of 2d8. Did anybody get a 10 or higher?
I got a 10.
Okay.
I got 11, yeah.
All right. So for you two, you're still going to take a d8 damage even with that success because not only is the bomb going off, there is the bomb explodes, knocking all of you back, and then as that happens, it's completely clear. The door is open, but in front of you, you see a creature that looks much like the first statues that you saw, the two statues of like the squid-faced tentacle beings with like the weird tentacle arms. You see one of those right at the door, and it just screams because it's not a statue and it's alive, and it just screams. And you two take damage as
shit your pants damage.
yeah, you take shit your pants damage. Yeah, exactly.
Why don't we have the Beatles?
I know. Where's our
I know.
beetle swath?
Man, I wish I didn't fail that lure. Oh, it'd be so great.
You know, I wasn't planning on this being such a beetle-heavy thing, and then Daryl spouted lore. I was like, well, we got to go with it now. Because you did successfully spout lore the first time about the scarab. And I was like, all right, this is a beetle dungeon now.
Yeah. All right, here we go. That scream, yes!
Nice.
Boom. Don't scare me.
This is going to ignore armor, though, Daryl, so take the 1.
Oh, he scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, I rolled 3.
May I borrow a D8? A low rolling D8?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
not mine.
That one rolled
Let's
a
keep
3.
Scott alive.
What?
Oh, no. You're out of rerolls.
I'm
Oh.
alive. I am totally alive and not.
If
almost dead.
anybody knows non-government math, he has half of 8 hit points left.
Less than half of 8.
No, half of 8 hit points, unless you're following government math.
So I'm rolling 2 and then taking the higher, right?
Yep.
6.
Well.
Okay.
That's fine.
I'm down to 3.
Oh.
Oh.
No, half of 8.
Yeah, half
Yes,
of 8.
I'm down to half of 8. Right.
Yeah. Again, as long as you don't follow government
Oh,
math.
man.
High
Half
five!
of 8 club.
Okay, so wait, you're both at 3 hit points total.
Oh, hell yeah.
How many hit points are you at?
I'm going to heal him. I'm at 23.
Oh,
yeah.
so you're in great shape. Tenali?
I have 13.
Okay, so
Oh, man.
middling.
I'm going to be
I'm alright.
healing.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
All right.
definitely.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
definitely not the top priority right now.
So this creature,
point wise.
as you look at this creature, it's possible that at one point, like as you look at, like you just get a quick look at it, and you can see kind of chitinous covering in a few spots on it, and it's possible at one point maybe this thing was a thrycreen, but it has just transformed way beyond that now.
Oh.
So it's beyond a Thorcreen.
It is beyond Thorcreen.
It's a more.
Morcreen. Yeah, it's definitely a Morcreen.
Quadcreen, because it's versus Thrycreen. You know, it's like,
Yeah,
it sounds like tri.
Yeah, Quadcreen.
I'm trying it out.
I'm gonna.
You might want to hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on. Okay, so who goes first?
I'm going to run over and lend health to Pitka.
All right, lend health.
All right, here we go. Come on.
Nice, good roll.
Wow.
That's good.
Boom. Okay, so
roll.
you're going to get a lot. Let's see, lend health for the amount plus d6. Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 hit points plus 6, so 6.
Hey.
It's extra though.
Yeah.
That's
Better than half an 8.
That's
half of 8.
yeah.
that takes me back up to almost where I was. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so do you want to move up closer to this thing, or are you fine where you're at?
Yeah, I'll move up closer. I'll be at the front, like I'll move,
You're at the front of the party.
like, yeah, right in his face, pretty much.
Sure.
But not so much to where it's like, oh, you're moving close, attack opportunity.
Right. Yeah. No problem.
Not that close.
All right. Who's next?
You're not gonna walk up and be like.
Yeah, like any.
Walk
I'm
up
not
like
gonna do
this.
that.
Approach him cautiously.
All right, who's next?
Oh, I'll be up next to Oswald. My shield ready.
All right, you're not gonna.
I'm
You're
gonna hold.
You're gonna hold on?
What is he gonna do? Yeah.
All right, so then we'll go to these two.
I'm gonna aid Tenna in protecting Oswald.
Okay.
So that's a 12.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you have a bonus if you want to take the defense action.
Okay.
Gideon. Oh yeah, sorry. Matt 510 gives Pithka 2 hit points. You heal 2 hit
Yay.
points.
you.
Matt 510 gives Gideon 2 hit points.
Yes.
Pandanin heals Gideon 1 hit point.
Yay.
Right.
Oh, I love this person because now they are officially, canonically, from a place in our world. Malkara Darkwell heals Pithka 1 hit point.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hells yes.
Thank you for the healing.
Thanks, guys.
They really needed it for this
Yeah.
fight. I cannot impress upon you how unprepared for this fight they are.
Well, we were unprepared for a nightmare beast.
How unprepared we are is becoming very clear to us right now.
Yeah. The first fight went a lot tougher than it should. Even with them being buffed, I'm trying to be nice, but
threes every time. I
yeah,
did
that's the thing.
damage.
You did it to yourselves, not just you, but just all of you
We
created that.
failed as people.
Yeah.
Personally, not our characters.
Right.
We
Yeah.
failed.
You. I'm not saying
Time
you're
for some
bad people.
self-flagellation when we get home, guys.
Right.
I'm not saying you're bad people. To be clear, I'm saying you're failures.
Right.
Listen, we're the people
Good
who
people
were
can be
like,
failures.
hey kid, watch our Beatles. We're going in this hole.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
a grenade.
I'm like,
Here's a grenade.
young boy.
By the way, the dad took that grenade. I want to be clear.
I wanted the kid to take
I
the
know you
grenade,
did.
but
Yeah, you were catcalling a child, and
You
the
know
dad.
what? Call it what you want. I was just taking care of business for these Beatles.
All right, so
business.
Gideon.
all right. I'm going to throw a grenade at the death monster
Okay.
Cool.
from hell,
Yeah,
because that's kind of how I do.
yeah. Concussive grenade.
Concussive grenade,
Okay.
and it's a 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
So it sort of works.
Well, no. And here's a problem. So there is. You're looking at just the sheer size of this thing, and this thing is huge. So to effectively make this concussion grenade work, it's going to have to blow up very near its head. You're way too far away, you think, to accurately time it to be able to explode right at its head. If you run up directly next to this thing, then you can just throw it up in the air. Like if you've ever worked on a construction site, you know how you can throw tools up to somebody and right when it reaches that arc, it's easy for them to grab. It kind of hovers there for just a second. It's like that. It's a lot easier to get the grenade to kind of blow up that way than to throw it like this, and to get that timing down is a lot more challenging. So if you want to, you can do that, but you're going to be right in the thick of things with this strange,
I'm going to hold
dark
off
creature.
because I'm bleeding a lot.
I get it. I get it. That's the nature of a 7 through 9. Is there's a trade-off sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so Tenna, you can either take the defense action if you want, or discern realities, but there isn't really a hold action or
Okay.
like response type thing in Dungeon World.
Yeah. I will be defensive, but
Okay.
I will. I'll go. Well, yeah. I'll go ahead and take a swing, I suppose.
Okay, if you really want to play defensively beyond just taking the defensive stance, you can take. There is a defense action. I don't know if you saw it.
On this.
Yeah, I think it's called defend.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes. I will do
Yes.
that.
Okay, roll your check. This is plus con. Oh boy.
Nope. I'm like, I'm gonna defend.
All
That's what I just did.
And you get the +1 from.
But you're using defensive tactics, right? or you because when battle begins, you choose one of those tactics.
Right. So defensive. So when you use defend moon, but I rolled. Didn't I just roll a 3?
But read the thing.
So even at a 6 minus, I get to use it as a success, but just with consequences. I
Right.
treat it as a 7
You
through
treat
9.
it as a 7 through 9, which
Okay.
on a 7 through 9,
Okay. And then
I think you get 1 hold for a 7 through 9.
I think you're right. Yes. All right, it specifically says on a 7 through 9, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch, the GM will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice.
Yeah.
Ugly choice.
Yeah. So as you run in to assist Oswald, so one of the giant tentacles like comes crashing down towards Oswald, and unfortunately you do like hesitate for just a moment, like you wait too long. You're like, I'm totally gonna help and defend him. Then you see the size of the tentacle. You're like, maybe I'm not gonna help him. And then you're like, oh, but I really should. And by then it's too late to like effectively deflect the blow. You can still jump in front of it. But before, like, you might have been able to like effectively like knock it away or something. Now, like, your option is basically just to take it, or Oswald is going to take it.
Okay. I'm going to take it
Okay,
because he can give away hit points and I can't.
right?
And so I'm going to take it.
Okay, cool. Good call. Boy. You know what? I'm going to actually this is a real thing, so I actually have to look at the
I'm using the shit out of my bond right now.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah.
All right, sorry. I'm not prepared
Oh
enough.
God, he's got to get out the book.
It's okay. Only take 1 moment. It's going to take 3, 4, 5, 6 moments. 7. Okay, here we go. All right, 8 moments is all it took.
That was
So
not bad.
it is a D10 plus 3 damage.
Okay. That's fine. Nope.
You gotta roll it in the.
You do. So it's 9 damage.
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
You do get to use your armor.
It's fine.
Okay.
You-
I'm fine. That's fine.
Okay, so
That's fine.
Everything is fine.
however, so as the tentacle comes smashing down, it also so comes smashing down on you, does all this damage, and then it just gives you an extra little slap with the
just to be a
Just,
dick.
just to be a dick. Just gives you an extra little slap and knocks you back like 20 feet.
Oh.
You go rolling and
He like flicked me across
yeah,
the
exactly.
room.
And then you go like rolling down the stairs, kind of the
Oh. Guys, this was a mess.
yeah.
I don't think we were ready for this thing.
No.
Okay, we're back up to the top.
So it's our turn. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna lend health to Gideon.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, sorry. Let me re-describe the. I need to do this before you go.
Okay.
You, out of nowhere, just you hear screaming behind you guys, and 5 insane figures just come running into the room, screaming and hollering, and just beating on their shields with their axes. And you see these barbarians wearing leather armor with their chests exposed, and they have
Following us around. Are my favorite.
yeah, they have the dark well literally emblazoned on their chests as tattoos, and they go running in to attack this creature, and they absolutely do that. They do a D6 plus 4 damage. So somebody roll that damage.
Nice.
4 plus 4.
Nice, that's really good damage.
It's government 10 right there.
That's true. That's a good.
That is a government 10.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so we said 8, government 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm legit writing that down because I love that idea. Okay, 8. So yeah, that's actually a lot of damage. That's a really good hit. So yeah, all 5 of these barbarians just coming in, hacking at this thing. This Devour sweeps a tentacle across and just sweeps the room clean of them, knocks them down the stairs just like with you. It doesn't kill any of them, but they're all just like on the ground like, oh, what the fuck?
I get it, guys. This was embarrassing.
It hurts.
Guys, I was gonna suggest that we book it, but
I mean,
we
I'm
have support now.
already down by the door, so.
We gotta try.
All right, who's up next?
All right, so I'm going to lend health to Gideon.
Yay!
That's going to be a 10.
Nice, get that extra healing.
Yeah.
Alright, so I am full
so-
up now.
Well,
Oh, wait, that's
yeah, so I'm going to give you,
it's
let's
not
see.
10.
Yeah, I'm going to give you 4 plus 8.
Nice.
You get 8.
That's a
Sweet.
lot of healing.
Yeah.
That is great, actually. That's I'm full health.
So
Nice.
there was like an archway where this door
Correct.
was, right?
Yes. It's underneath the archway now. It's stepped forward just a little bit.
So,
Pull out the keystone. The whole thing will collapse.
yeah, I want to use my ability to manipulate small objects and take one of his bombs and try to collapse
Just
the
throw
doorway.
it up into the keystone. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Make me an intelligence check, right? That's your main stat?
Wisdom.
Yeah, make me a wisdom for your psionics.
Oh, that's
Oh, wow.
resounding success.
Yeah.
Wow. Double sixes.
Yeah.
Okay, so so you pull the you pull the a grenade, some random not a grenade,
You
but
just
like
yoink something
one of the ones that we were
Gideon's
talking about, the extras.
Yeah,
that you
what
have
I got lined up.
down there in hammer space. So you pull a grenade or a bomb out of hammer space out of his coat and just launch it towards the keystone of the archway, nailing it perfectly. And like the entire archway, all the stones come tumbling down on this thing, and it takes the higher of 2d10 damage.
The second D10. Thank you.
6.
6 damage. All right. This thing now looks. This thing is definitely bloodied now after that hit, and
Nice.
and also it's you can tell it's now a little like the ceiling is uneasy. Like that was.
This is risky.
It's gonna collapse. We're gonna die.
Yeah, this is now become a load-bearing encounter.
Okay.
It's not the first time we've been in a collapsing structure.
Because
Oh, that's so common.
yeah. It's the only place I'm comfortable. Okay, because I realized that like I
falling down
didn't
around
quite
me, I
have
don't
the
feel
arm
it.
strength to before,
Yeah.
I'm gonna load one of my grenades into my sling,
Oh yeah,
flip it around, and launch it at the
that's
guy's
the
head.
answer.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
You have
Yeah.
such good luck with this sling.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
That's a 10!
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah. So you're able to launch the thing. It actually such good aim. You launch the concussive grenade, and it actually it has like 4 tentacles, and it lands right in the middle of all 4 tentacles, blows up, and it's like, and just kind of does the swaying for a second
Nice.
as it's stunned. Okay, so you went. Tenali, did
God,
you
I'm
go?
so far away now.
You are so far away. But you can
but
run.
I can use.
Now
I
that
can
you're here,
run,
so far
or
away.
I can. Yeah.
All the struggles you thought were in vain.
I know. But I can just throw things, and I don't have a penalty.
What
for
do you
that,
want
right?
to do?
I don't know what I want to do.
I'm so sick.
You
I'm
asking
so
me these
sick
questions all
of
the
players
time.
feeling like they are constrained by some arbitrary idea of like, oh well, now I'm too far away. Why do you think you're too far away?
Because I'm used to rules.
Yeah, fuck that. So what
There
do you
are
do?
no
You
rules.
stand up and you jump back into the fray. That's what you do, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So you run in and you're back in
All
melee.
right. Okay, Sean.
Don't play this like D&D. D&D is a great game, but compared to this game, it's garbage.
Yeah.
All right? We do what's fucking heroic in Dungeon World.
Okay, then in that case,
I already like what I'm
I-
feeling here. I can tell I've created a monster.
yeah, you have. If there are no rules, then
Exactly.
I'm gonna go ahead and stand up and be like, "Barbarians, charge!"
They come in with you, yes.
And all of us will now be running
Yeah.
through the shaking, collapsing corridor to now all go stab this thing to death.
Nice.
All right.
All right, so you have all 5
and
of the
I am
all 5.
bashing on my shield
nice.
with them.
Yeah.
You
So-
know, 'cause solidarity.
Yep. You know what they say about solidarity?
You don't just let other people bash their shields and not
No.
join in. Right?
Yeah, that would
Right,
be
exactly.
so shitty.
What am I, a monster?
Yeah. This thing's
I
a
mean,
monster.
no.
That thing is a
I'm
monster.
a half breed, but I'm not a monster. Okay, don't call me that. I don't like it.
It's not. It's super racist.
7.
7.
Not terrible.
Yeah. So as you go running in with your barbarian friends, your comrades from before,
Dead barbs.
a couple of them get flicked away by tentacles as they're running in. So now there's only a couple of them with you. Actually, so we'll say there's 3 of them with you. So your damage roll is going to get a +3 to it. You can successfully hit this thing. The only problem is, as you're running back into melee with this thing, it is. This is a load-bearing encounter. You can tell, like, as soon as you kill this thing, you just can sense the power emanating out of this thing. Like, oh, this thing is. You've already seen like nightmare beasts explode when they die. Probably something like that with this guy too. So you can take a swing at it, but
the
there's
nightmare-
also a ceiling above you that's like rumbling and cracking.
The Nightmare Beast exploded because we literally put a bomb in its mouth.
That's-
Well, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Maybe it just does that normally.
In my experience,
Maybe they
most
just
things
blow
explode
up.
when you beat them.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's a very common thing. So that's the only thing that
Stab
might
it.
worry you. Yeah, that happens.
Punch it.
Yeah, and some people might say that that's correlation without causation, but I do not agree.
I don't understand statistics and all your mum. That sounded like city slicker.
That sounds like city slicker, right?
Sounds like city
All right,
slicker.
so you can hold back your attack if you want to
if
retreat.
I'm worried that it's going to explode.
Well, you can retreat basically as well.
upon death.
You think there's a
You
good
think I'm
chance?
going to retreat after charging in with 5 barbarians
3 now.
whilst bashing our shields?
All right, roll your damage.
Crazy.
You have
over
a
there.
+3 on this damage.
Okay. What am I rolling? A d12, right?
Yes, a D12. The bloody
peppermint.
die.
Bloody. The Dexter die.
Dexter die. Nice.
See?
All right.
3.
So 11 damage.
11 damage.
All right. So you definitely take this thing down with that hit. That's
man.
that's a
That
good
deserves applause.
that's a good 19 damage you guys did to this thing. That is a lot of damage in Dungeon World, FYI. So yeah, you did 19 damage to this thing. Definitely more than you needed to kill it. And at this point, the rocks rocks fall. You don't necessarily die. This is not the worst gray text of all time. It's not
Okay.
rocks fall, you die. It's rocks, fall.
Everybody dies.
You could die.
Right.
So make me a defy danger to dodge out of the way as
fair.
these barbarians finish hacking it to death with
Okay.
Is there any way that I would have time to lend health?
you.
As he sees me just running through the corridor.
I'll tell you what. I'm not going to offer this to you very often, Daryl. But I will
just gotta ask.
I will let you lend health if you take 2 debilities
Debilities.
and they don't give you health like they normally do for half giant. So you
They
can-
don't give me health. What do you mean?
You know how your
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
you can give yourself a debility to
Oh.
heal yourself?
Yeah.
So they don't do that. They're not going to. So you're going to take 2 debilities. It's not going to heal you at all, but I'm going to let you lend health basically as a free action.
Do you need to lend health? I feel like we're all on a pretty decent.
She's
I
at
have
7.
7 hit points.
Oh, that's not great.
All right.
I
so-
can
How
guarantee.
much,
Okay, Oswald.
guys, this all depends on how nimbly bimbly I'm gonna be.
Here's the thing. He said, I'm not going to lend you this. I'm not going to give you this option very often. So I
Do you
feel
think
like
he's like, don't let Kelsey die? Do you think that's
Here's
Johnson
what
for
I
don't
know.
let
Math.
Kelsey
Okay,
die?
if you just look at the straight math of this, if she rolls a 10 or above, we're good.
Yeah.
If she rolls a 9 or lower, anywhere in there, there is a real good chance of character death, I would say. I'm not going to say it's. I mean, whatever.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this. Kind of makes
I'm
sense
gonna
anyway.
Say, yeah, I'm gonna
This
say
kind of
this is, smart
makes
move.
sense anyway. I'm gonna be scarred and stunned,
Wow. Okay.
which makes a lot of sense.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. So you're
'Cause
scarred and stunned.
I think I've used magic. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I hope I don't make
Health.
this a waste for you.
Okay, so that's 7. So that's 9.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you. Let's see. I have 14 left. So I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you 8.
You're gonna give
Government
me
10.
8?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a government 10. which puts me at 5, but I'm out of the way. So
It's like a baker's dozen.
It's like a baker's
Yeah.
dozen. Yeah, it's a government 10.
Oh,
Oh boy.
so good that you
This
just
is
did that.
yeah.
I got a 7 if I'm using strength to brace my
What
shield.
if you're using Dex?
What if I'm
or-
using Dex, Sean?
what-
Then it's a 5.
Okay, yeah, because I'm not. Here's the thing. I love the strength shield thing. They're giant stones that are falling on you.
I need to
But,
get out of the
but
way.
what if instead of dipping and dodging, you're maxing your athletic ability to
I'm using my muscles and my legs to run like the Dickens.
Oh, you mean dexterity to dodge things that are falling?
No,
Nope.
Sean, it's using my quads and my glutes to run like the Dickens.
Yeah, because I think we would all agree that someone who is very fast is fast because they do a lot of powerlifting.
Right.
More than likely.
Yeah.
You've been
Deadlifts
squatting
and
a whole
squats.
bunch.
Right.
I have these nice,
Yeah.
short little muscle fibers that, you know.
All right, you're taking. I mean,
So I fail.
yeah, you fail.
Okay.
Is the answer to
That's
that?
fine.
Is what I'm looking at on your sheet.
Which is why
All right, so you're gonna take the-
Oswald just probably saved my life.
All right, you're gonna take the higher of 2d10 damage.
Okay.
You're above 10 hit points, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, that's not
I
bad.
would have had one.
oh man, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be rough. Actually, sorry, and that's plus 3 damage. I mean,
Plus 3 more.
yeah.
Okay. I would have
So
been
you
dead.
would have been dead.
Most creatures don't have. I forget that a lot of time. Most creatures don't have a modifier to their damage, but some do. Like the particularly dangerous creatures actually have a modifier to their damage. It's crazy.
Well, thank you, Oswald.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
problem. I saw you were in trouble.
But you survived, so it's no problem. So yeah, so at this point the rocks come tumbling down, and you're able to kind of like you're able
just
to yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, you don't dodge out of the way. You do the shield thing
Right.
actually.
And I'm just like, that really freaking hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
This was not effective.
okay. Just need a minute.
Yeah, so you kind of go hobbling down the stairs, and it is very clear at this point that it's a load-bearing encounter. So the dungeon is actually falling apart now behind you as you're like booking it out of the dungeon. So you successfully make it out to your beetle pals out in the field. Your farmer sees you come out and can tell you're all in bad shape.
Well, we're at least covered in dust and crap. 'Cause
Yeah.
we-
Well,
And the
we didn't
presumable
find-
earthquake he's feeling.
yeah.
we
That
didn't find any Thorcrete.
Well, there's a
but
sinkhole. There's a sinkhole now in one of the other crop fields.
Oh no.
Yeah. So there's that, and he just kind of looks at you. Y'all okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just did some great work at making your supply of crops more valuable by eliminating other supplies of crops accidentally.
Oh, we don't really sell these crops. We just provide them to people that normally can't afford crops.
Go-
But have you considered the fact that your crops are valuable and could be sold in exchange for ceramic bits?
Oh, that's how most. I'm not a moron. That's how most. That's food.
It's funny because you say things morons would say.
No.
Which is
Like, we give our
clearly
crops away
your
for free.
self-sufficiency depends on the fact that you get ceramic bits.
No, we're employed by the legendary free city of Tyr.
Okay, but how many? If you give
The government subsidizes
if,
these
yeah, if you
crops.
give the government 10 crops,
Right.
do you really think the people get 10 crops? No, they get
Well,
a government 10.
Right. They get 8.
Well, here's what I
You give them
know.
10, you really giving them 8.
Here's what I know. We take the crops into town and then we just distribute them to people in the city. So I don't know.
I don't know. It seems fair.
All right,
Yeah, okay.
this isn't important.
Yeah,
This isn't close to important.
Seems fair.
yeah, there are so many other quibbles to have with the city besides how the
Crop
crops get to town. Yeah. He tosses your grenade back to you.
Did the Beatles do anything?
The Beatles are.
Young boy.
Did the young boy see
Did the
anything?
Beatles do anything?
He's fine. You can talk to me.
Hey, buddy.
I'm sorry,
Help
I'm
us
feeling
laugh.
a bit woozy.
Yeah, I want to go over to the boy and establish telekinetic contact.
Oh no, are we all child
Do you have
molesters?
to put a hand on him to do that?
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, Oswald, why don't you
In the
detect magic in this boy?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I'm good.
So as you approach his child to make,
Skin to skin contact is how the ability is described.
I don't like that. So as you walk up towards the boy, the farmer like pushes the kid behind him and is like, "Stay away from him. You are all. Well, I don't know what is going on with you. Just in general, I honestly don't know if what you did today was good or bad."
Neither do we.
Those
We're
are
a little
arbitrary
confused ourselves.
Those are arbitrary distinctions anyway.
What we know is there was some sort of crazy demon underground, and now it's dead. We also believe that a series of tunnels underground is destroyed, which we think is where the Thorkreen were coming from. So, all in all, it was probably a positive for you.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
There might be more tunnels which
now-
we didn't destroy, and we can't promise those won't still be a problem.
So
And if we can-
sorry.
And if we can stop the magic from generating this crops, I'd say
Yes.
you'll be set.
Plus, you have all these beetle statues.
Guys, for
Cool.
some reason, I'm gonna bet that pitching that we stop generating the crops to the farmer is not gonna go over well.
Yeah, he actually he just looks at you and says, "You know, I just don't know. I'm sorry. I guess thank you. I don't know though." He just turns around and walks away.
Which is probably the best decision he
yeah.
can make.
Well,
At this,
Another great day
As-
for the Order of the Broken Halberd.
yeah, as the
For the
Dachshund
Dachshund
darlings.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
I love you.
So we're playing Dungeons and Dragons group. That's what we call ourselves.
You know, I'd probably let
So
it go.
we're
if it-
playing Dungeons and Dragons, and our dungeon master's name is Sean.
I'd
That's what our
probably-
group will be called.
I'd probably let it go
Could be
if it
called
didn't
Sean.
make you so
Yeah,
mad.
that's the thing. Your righteous indignation makes it so much better.
It would have been a bit. It would have been over at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, it's still a bit now, but a much stronger one.
And it
Yeah.
will continue throughout the season.
Yeah.
It's not going to keep going.
I think I would.
Chat knows that it's going to keep going.
Yeah, Chad, I think, is probably behind this. Actually. I don't.
Chad
I haven't
doesn't
been
know.
following Chat, but I know.
Did Jordan just become the new Sean?
I knew Jordan was going to be my role as soon as he described his character in the first episode. I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's my character. Absolutely insufferable and well-meaning, 100% well-meaning, but insufferable.
Whatever. I picked the lock today.
Yes,
and
you
it
did.
went
You
You
picked
did.
a lock
And
and disabled the
almost
trap.
killed both of us.
Well, things happen. It's hard to say. Lock picking is not an exact science.
No.
And neither is trap disarming.
Or
It's not a
making
science.
bombs.
It's a lot more of an art than it is a science.
Easily.
So, yeah. So, so as the farmer walks away, you all experience a brief flash of light, and then standing in front of you is the Sorcerer King Yenin.
Oh.
Oh.
Can I use a grenade?
Hello, comrades.
We're no comrades of yours.
Well, I understand this. I want to thank you for trying, though.
For trying what?
Trying what?
To save the crops.
Look, we
This,
only
this
care.
I appreciate.
Yeah.
Look, we cared about the well-being of these farmers, about these regular people. But we understand that everything you do here is for your good.
Oh,
Magic is.
laying it out straight.
I never wanted this. I never wanted to be the Sorcerer King.
Then why did you? Then why
Great
did you learn
narrative.
magic?
Yeah, step down right now.
Yeah, and stop doing
How
magic.
about-
Can you imagine what would happen to this city?
How about
Be
how about
fine.
how about completely abdicating the throne of Sorcerer King and leaving it? You
That-
know,
There is no one to step
Get-
up.
get
There's
rid
no
of
one
the
to step
title.
up.
get rid of the title.
There's no one to step up yet.
Listen to your slip.
Yeah, well, it's amazing
Sounds like
how
city slicking.
when power is concentrated at the top, it's amazing that there aren't people who are ready to rule themselves, because you treat them like children. You make everyone so reliant on your power that they can't do anything for themselves.
Children need a father.
Yeah, they're not children.
You know, I didn't have parents growing up. I had a sorcerer king. And look how well that turned out.
You're a hero.
God damn it! Stop making good points for him.
Why
His
did
blind eyes twitching.
why did you want to talk to us? Are you going to give us a reward or something? I mean, I will gladly accept that, but
An
not happily.
eternal reward.
Obviously, you deserve compensation, no question. You'll get this. This will be done. If you're interested in helping the city, more work.
I mean, I'm interested in
love
helping the
this.
city. I feel like your definition of helping the city is going to be dramatically different from my definition of helping the city.
I see now we disagree.
Really?
Differences.
That's the vibe you're getting off of this?
I can tell you don't like me. I understand this. This makes sense. One person in power, one person with no power at all. That makes sense to me. This is fine.
I am used to this.
I hate this guy so much.
He's very reasonable.
For now, maybe you don't attack me, attack the city. Someday, maybe you turn into something problem for me. For now, not so much. In the meantime, help the city. Help me. Let's make this better. Maybe someday you can stop me from doing things you don't like. Probably not, but maybe.
All right, just say your shit. Stop with the back and forthery.
So,
Back in
The
sorcery?
there,
Yes.
the Thorkreen are a massive army, obviously. It's they keep coming, and nothing we seem to do stops them. They just keep showing up at Tyr's door over and over. So we take the fight to them, maybe. Find out where they're coming from, how they see how they are, what they are. Maybe you're interested in also gaining some things for yourself. I send you somewhere, anything you find, that's for you. I'm not going to ask for it.
I am curious about these Thorkreen.
We agree that they're a problem. All right? Now, I'm not saying we're willing to work with you on this, but we will work towards defeating the Thorkreen problem. And if you also happen to work in that direction, I guess we won't stop.
I
you
will
for
not.
now.
All I'll do, I'll provide you with some information, and you can do with that information as you like. I'm not even telling you how to act on it. We'll give you some information, and we'll see how we go from there.
Okay.
So fucking smug.
Why is that- Does your character say that?
Yes.
That's fair. It's a position I'm in. It's difficult.
So,
The crown is heavy.
Oh. so tough. Oh no, everyone has to do what I say. This is so hard. I'm a magical sorcerer king.
I am
he's
magical.
got a problem with authority.
Oh, it's very clear. I understand. I understand you better than you realize. I was actually much like you before.
Uh-huh.
Revolutionary
Except you
spirit.
use magic.
Well, but is my magic has never been so different from you.
I just blow things up.
I saw that.
Sounds
It's
like
not magic.
That's what
sounds like he liked it.
I thought it was very impressive. In fact, if you're ever looking for a job, I would love to have someone making those in large number.
Oh my god.
Not a government contract.
You
For
would
every
be
10 bombs, he's only going to get paid for 8.
In fact, if you're we could probably find a spot for you on the city walls. You could become a great hero of the legendary free city
Yeah.
of Tyr.
Yeah, no. I have a plan for those city walls. We'll see how they go.
Okay. Okay. Next week, I'll send a representative to talk to you. Enjoy yourself for the next few days. He hands you a card. On it, it
Which
says.
he has to place in his hand because he stands there holding it
Yeah.
like this. And Pitka
Yeah.
But Pitka
does
doesn't
not
react.
know that it's
Yeah, he's like, well,
Oh,
on
thanks
it,
for this flat piece of paper.
I think that's really
Oh,
Pitka.
this is.
oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead and give all.
There
Yeah,
you
give
go.
that to me
Yeah.
here. Thank you.
Who is also illiterate.
Right, but shh. Shut up.
I could read, but I'm not reading that fucking shit.
Yeah, so on it.
Young boy, do you know how to read?
He is not going to talk to you. That's it.
But does
He's
he
not
know how-
talking to
does
you.
he know how
Can he
to-
read?
400 yards away.
Yeah, he is so far away. Yes, he knows how to read thanks to the Sorcerer King.
Oh, he's got a literacy program.
So they can
on
read
phonics,
propaganda.
So they can read.
I love it so much. I want to find the one. I'm gonna find the one thing that he's done that you're okay with. I don't know where it's gonna be, but I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah. So on it are just some. It's like it's a business card basically with some directions or like a little zoomed in map of the city of Tyr. And on the other side, you see it says. We'll call it the Power Stone, and it's just it's an inn.
Power Stone in.
Power Stone. You can stay there for free. It's a nice inn, nice tavern. More comfortable. Enjoy yourself for the next week, and then I will speak with you next time. We can determine what compromises we can make to work together, and if not. No problem. You can walk away. You don't like it? Walk away at any time.
Let's find another inn to stay at, guys.
I think I'm going to spend a week in the wilderness.
It's a nice inn. It's very high quality.
Yeah, no, we get it. And you probably got it all set up with scrying stuff so you can see what we're doing the whole time.
That's fine. I'm hungry.
Right, you want us to be where we're supposed to be.
Would you like to stay at a different inn which is just as nice?
I don't want to see you suggest.
Okay.
In fact, I don't now trust any inn in the city of Tyr because you'll find us.
I want you to just have a nice, comfortable week. That's all. He hands you a bag full of ceramic.
All right, I take the bag full of ceramic, but I feel shitty about it.
You don't have to take the bag.
I take the bag.
I know you do. I know you do. I know you take that bag. You take that bag.
All that money.
Yeah, so it's there's enough in the bag for all of you to live very rich lives for at least a week. It's definitely more money than any of you have ever seen in one place in your entire life.
Well, all
Fine.
right.
So that's where we're going to finish for this week. Next week we'll pick up. The Sorcerer King will have some things to offer to you, and out of game, you totally can ignore and just walk out. I don't want you to feel like you actually do need to work with him. Especially Jordan's character. I don't want you to feel like you have to work with him. So I have stuff planned for the alternative as well, because you do still have contacts in the Veiled Alliance. The new Veiled Alliance,
The new
I
Veiled
guess.
Alliance.
Yeah.
The Veilder Alliance.
Yeah, Veiled Alliance 2.0.
The real Veiled Alliance.
Yeah. The real Veiled Alliance,
None
exactly.
of those gave in to being part of the man Veiled Alliance.
Yeah, but you know what? That bag of ceramic bits felt pretty good in your hand, didn't it?
No, I think it felt terrible.
Okay, so does anybody have any bonds? I
I
think.
for sure.
Does anybody have
resolve this bond.
before we resolve bonds? Let's talk about who has fewer than 3 bonds? Does anybody have fewer than 3 bonds?
I have 3 right now.
You have 3 right now. Okay, so we're good.
I'll have 2 after.
Yeah, okay,
I
so then
resolve.
all right, what bond do you want to try and resolve?
I will protect Oswald.
Oswald, do you feel okay about resolving that bond?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, that's true. You did everything you could to protect him. It was a painful lesson. It was a very painful protection.
But I'll do it all again.
All over again. Anybody else with a bond they want to try and resolve? Or an alignment?
Well, and in that same thing, I have a bond that's Tenna's soul is so bright it almost hurts to see, and I think helping her protect Oswald.
Yeah, that was a very bright, shiny moment.
Yeah.
That
I don't
was-
think any of my bonds are done, but I feel like I infiltrated a location for neutral alignment,
Yeah.
right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I blew up some doors.
So I'm
Because I blew up some doors. Yes, true.
I'm very close to this one. I've gotten very close to it. Chaotic good, do the right thing when it hurts the greater good. But also I have another one, true neutral, make an uncomfortable alliance versus a stronger foe. Which
There's no you can. I mean, yeah, you can for sure check that one off. It is very uncomfortable to be in an alliance with Yenin.
Yeah.
cool.
Of course, yeah. So, y'all need bonds. So, for those who do need bonds, raise your hand. There's 3 of you, right? Did you? Oh no, you resolved alignment. You resolved alignment. So it's just
Yes.
the 2 of you that need new bonds. Okay. Scott, you have a new bond. If anyone can save my soul, it is blank.
I'm gonna go with Gideon.
All right.
If anyone can save my soul, it is Gideon.
We'll find out how that works.
Yeah, I just saw it and I was like, oh, that is a dimension of Pithka that I have not considered at all. So, I like the weird ones because it just forces you to kind of add a wrinkle to the character. Tenali. Blank's power makes me very envious. Blank's power makes me very envious.
I'm gonna go with Oswald again.
Nice.
You guys are bonded as fuck.
Yeah, you guys are such good buddies.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Also give yourselves 3 XP. This was a heck of a tough session.
Woo!
Does that put anybody at level?
Which
I
What
was.
I get.
Oh, you were just 1 short last time, right?
Yeah.
10 XP for a level.
Yeah, so it's level plus 7 is how much XP you need to
Oh,
level.
okay,
So
cool.
you need 8 XP
So I
total to hit
level up.
level 2 and 9 XP to hit level 3.
So I've got 8 experience right now, so I'm not quite level 3.
Yeah,
I'm
you
at
need
the
9.
same
You're at 8.
point.
What are you at?
Well, I only have 4.
You didn't fail that much.
I did
Yeah, you
not.
gotta fail more.
Failing more is always the answer.
I'm at level 2 with 6.
Nice. Okay, so everybody's officially level 2 now. When you guys hit level 3, you'll be able to pick a new talent off of that list that you have. In addition, you'll be able to raise one of your ability scores by 1 point.
Woo!
Nice.
So, and you'll see on up here, it kind of gives you the breakdown for the modifiers. Like you can tell just through powers of deduction how modifiers go up.
Cool.
If you increase your 16, it'll go up at 18. So basically, you 18
So it goes
is
up on even numbers.
well, not really. It's a really unusual. Just look at the.
Huh.
You'll have to look at the thing. It's
Yeah, it's
not
a little
real.
funky.
It's funky.
Okay.
But anyway, everything there. It is once you actually look through it, you'll be able to figure it out through powers of deduction. Other than there's no information about 18. 18 is a +3. So
Okay.
that's that.
So when I hit level 2, I don't get any other moves because I already got that.
Because
one.
yeah, you already
Okay.
I gave you those in advance just because I thought it would be more fun. So yeah, that's that.
Do I lose my stunned and scarred, or do I still?
Well, that depends. So what do you do with your week
I spend it in the wilderness.
in the wilderness? What do you do with that week?
I need to recreate my bombs, and probably I want to inform the Veiled Alliance, like, as to what we've done. I want them to know too that Yenin has contacted me, in case they have anything they want me to do with this contact.
Okay, sounds like you're Oh man, yeah, that's great. I love it.
Is there anybody that's like an expert in the occult that like knows about magic, but I don't think does like they
So
just
somebody
know, that knows about it, so I can.
but that doesn't perform magic because you don't trust somebody.
No,
that
I
does.
don't trust anybody that performs it. Like a historian or something.
Oh boy. I mean,
That's
there
what I would look
are.
Where's
for.
the library?
Here's the thing.
But I
there-
can't read
Right.
because I was thinking that, but I can't read.
There is. Here's the thing. There are people who know about magic, but they typically perform it. The very few people who might know a little bit about magic who don't actually use it themselves would be. I mean, they would probably be researchers in the official library here in Tyr. Those people are definitely affiliated with the government, though, so it's hard to say what kind of information you're going to get from them.
Man, being illiterate really messes up things.
Makes it a lot harder.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna.
You want to learn how to read? Because that's an option as well. There's a literacy,
You know what?
There's a
I
literacy
might
program.
start doing that just so I
There's a
know,
literacy program.
because I want to do more
You wanna
research
know
on
about
magic
it.
to see if I did do it and how to avoid it. and
Okay, so
everything,
you're going to start learning how to read. It's
yeah,
it's going to take a while.
it's going to take a while, but
Yeah,
also
but it's a good. It's a
in
good
my
idea.
downtime, I was like looking at my reflection in the water, and I thought to myself, for a half giant, I'm like medium,
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna start working out too.
Yeah, good
get
call.
those muscles up.
Get
Yeah.
swole.
Yeah,
Get swole.
Okay, so here's the question: with your share of the ceramic bits, are you going to go to one of the fancy places that Yenin recommended you go to, or are you just going to go to a regular hole in the wall inn?
I'm gonna go to like a shithole.
You're going to go to a shithole. Okay.
I'm gonna save as many ceramic bits as I can from my share.
I've for me to look back on what's happened to me, for me to reflect, I think I need a comfortable place to stay, so I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
There's always
I knew that
some
was
way
gonna
to
upset you.
justify it. There's always some way to
You need
justify
a
it.
soft bed.
I'm not oppressing people. I just need some time. I need some me time.
No, it's kind of like, but I see it kind of like, also like I'm tricking him. Haha, I get to stay in a nice place.
He didn't
On
expect me
you.
to do what I told him to do.
On your dime.
Well, it's like they always say, if you want to help the people, if you want to help someone, you got to put your mask on first before you can help the person next to you in like a plane crash situation. So
Yeah.
that's what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Self-care
Exactly.
first. So you do get rid of both of your debilities.
Yes.
Since you stayed at such a nice, comfortable place. So now you're in great shape at the end of that week. Tenali?
Okay. Yeah, I want to stay at a nice inn.
Ugh. Oh, you feel disgusting.
And
Not this one.
Is this city a pretty diverse city?
Yeah, it's an extremely diverse
like
city.
that
Tyr's
too.
very
more
I
crazy
want to
than me.
find somebody that like maybe would have different fighting skills than I've been exposed to, and start learning some new fighting techniques from some of the people from far off lands.
Yeah, you actually. The great thing about Tyr is they're known. Before the Sorcerer King fell, they were known for having the most well attended and impressive gladiatorial matches in all of Athos, and that remains to be the case. Even after the fall of the Sorcerer King, it's not. Now it's one of those situations where instead of forcing people to fight in the ring, people don't. People choose to fight in the ring because they're poor and they can't afford to do
Right.
anything else and they have no other skills, but they choose to.
Fine print.
Yeah, lots of fine print there.
Asterisk.
But it is what they do now. And they're compensated for it, at least. That's a lot better than, how it was before, where it was just like, don't die. That's your entire
Where it was like,
reward.
young boy, fight in this arena.
Leave him alone. He is not doing that. All right.
Canon tonight, we kidnapped the young boy.
No. You're able to find a sparring partner. who's
I thought you were going to
very
ask to
different
stay
from you.
Cool
at their
new
house.
techniques.
You're going to be like, can I stay at your house with your young boy?
Done.
I do want to spend my ceramic bits.
Okay.
There were the sort of bohemians that were being
Oh,
slowly
yeah.
exiled. I want to commission one of them to just continue their work and make one of their lives a little bit easier.
I don't remember these people.
These are the artists that originally went on the first caravan with you guys.
Yeah.
They're
With
like
the paint
they
dancing
won't
fawns.
they won't do Yenin like propaganda painting.
Yeah.
Love it. Love that.
I love how that has morphed, because originally it was like, oh, they just couldn't really find work because they weren't doing the murals. They weren't like actively like fuck Yenin. But it's definitely morphed into like, oh, these are people that are against authority. They just didn't want to paint the murals, and because they didn't want to paint the murals, now they have no place in society. That's bullshit. That's not right that they got treated that
Can't
way.
make me paint your corporate art, man.
It's like no one's
That's
asking.
exactly who these people are.
And
To be clear, these are artists who no one has asked them to commission anything. Maybe they're just bad
Until
artists.
now. Until now.
Good point. Okay, yeah. Yep.
Like, oh man, Yenin asked you to paint that? No, but I wouldn't if he did. Because
Exactly.
it's corporate art, man.
Fuck that shit. All right, so yeah, you commission them, and I mean, it's nice because these are people that wouldn't be able to live a comfortable life without the assistance of Pithka, and Pithka lives a very uncomfortable life.
Do I
As
get
a result
any
of it.
HP back?
You, what are you at? 11?
12.
12? Yeah, you get your full HP. Yeah, you're at full hit points. In fact, all of you guys are at full hit points.
Okay, good.
So, chat, thank you for tuning in today, guys. We're going to
Yes,
go
thank
through
you.
our plugs. This is very important to me because I have a friend who has a birthday today. This is their Twitter handle. I would really appreciate it if you would send a tweet to her. If you're on Twitter, send a tweet to her congratulating her on being an amazing rapper. You can like word it in different ways. You know, talk about how good she is at spitting fire. Ask her when her new mixtape is coming out. Tell her you're excited for her next album. Anything related to her being an awesome rapper.
how dope her last drop
Yeah.
was.
Oh, yeah. How dope her last drop was. Just in general, how much the rapping community respects her. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Any of that. Please send her Dahlia Malik a tweet about how awesome of a rapper she is, and then also tell her happy birthday. I would really appreciate that. Any of you in chat who can do that for me, that would be very nice. Also, you should be following her because she's a very funny comedian. Very funny stand-up. Yeah, so Dahlia is great. Thank you, chat, for doing that favor for me. Scott?
You can follow me on Twitter at Notably Scott. Next Saturday, I have a show at the Nerdist School with the Money Pit. 8 p.m. Come, laugh. It's fun.
If you're in LA.
If you're in LA.
I feel like if you're in Bakersfield or Palmdale, you know,
If you're
Irvine,
in the greater Los Angeles metro.
sure, I would even say San Diego's not that bad of
Yeah,
a
it's
drive.
possible. You
know?
can
Hop
make it
on the
down in
train.
one day from San Francisco.
Yeah,
Sure, you
I've done
can.
it.
Yeah.
And if you live in like Eureka or something, it's worth the trip.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
for
Even
sure. It's worth it.
Vegas,
Yeah.
come on down.
I mean, we're not
Probably like
asking you to
4.5
make
hours.
we're not asking you to make the drive from Vegas to LA
I
on
am.
a Sunday.
Yeah.
That would be a nightmare.
No, it's on a Saturday.
It's on a Saturday.
Saturday.
The drive on a Saturday, it's a beautiful, easy drive on Saturday.
Yeah,
Sunday,
everybody's
it's
like in the
rough.
pool and stuff. They're not-
Everybody's in the pool.
They're all still drunk.
Yeah, got all
Yeah.
those bros that are dancing like
Yeah,
this.
they're fist bumping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a step further and say even if you're across the country, you need a vacation.
Right.
Yeah.
Just come
Nowadays,
Any
flights
excuse is a good excuse.
flights are really
for a
inexpensive. I think the airlines have been treating us pretty well. So yeah, I
Yeah.
would say just get on a plane.
And it's not much of a hassle to go to the airport
That's
either.
the
No,
thing is
it's
easy.
I
It's
so
relish
fun. It's so easy.
I relish the opportunity to go to the airport.
Sometimes.
I buy flights just so I can go to the airport and go through security.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I was gonna
Well,
say I don't even buy a flight sometimes. Just go through security,
Yeah.
hang out in the airport.
They won't let
Yeah.
you that far. That's why
Well,
I
you
just
can-
want
you have
to buy a
the
ticket.
experience. So I'll
Oh
buy a cheap
well,
ticket.
I forge my ticket. Like I counterfeit my tickets.
Yeah, he gets stuck in security for a very long time.
But that's
Yeah,
his
but it's
goal,
so fun.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
just
fine.
want the whole experience.
I love it
Yeah.
when they take me in and they have to
Private
interview me.
screenings.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
why are you
Yeah.
forging a ticket? You're like, I love you guys.
Yeah, it's like
I love
talking
I
you
just
so
came
much.
to see you. You won't talk to me. Cool.
Yeah. Well, and then the problem is a lot of the times he just breezes right on through. They're like, this guy's not a
It's like,
danger.
Damn it! Wanted to be searched.
Yeah, he just doesn't. You just don't get profiled in our
I
dome. Sorry,
know.
buddy. Jordan.
So you can follow me on Twitter at Jordan Pigeon. I almost never tweet. But if you would like to see more of my stuff I do, please check out This American Lie on iTunes or just search it. We have a Facebook page where Improvised This American Life parody, and it's been really fun. We just put out a new episode, and we're very happy. We're very happy with how it's been going. So please listen to that. It's a podcast. It's fun. And go to the Money Pit show, because even though I'm not going to be in it because I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, I'm going to be in Africa.
It is
I'm
our
still
best
part of that
show.
group. Yeah, I wrote one of the sketches. So.
Also, Senior Ditch Day.
And Senior Ditch Day. Check us out online, youtube.com/Senior Ditch Day. Hopefully we'll be putting out some new stuff, but we have something like 15
There's enough.
videos.
Yeah,
we've
there's enough
already put
content on
online,
there
so
already, to power through.
A lot of stuff there.
And okay, so I have a Twitter, and it's at Daryl Haynes. I tweet sometimes, and I have some really good news for you that we're planning on taking a vacation in a week to see the Money Pit show.
Right.
You
Oh,
can take a
nice.
vacation right now. Be spontaneous.
Yeah.
Stay here for a whole week, because if
Nice.
you come tonight, 8 p.m. Nerdist School, my sketch team,
Yes.
the Burbs.
Nice.
They go west.
Nice.
The
It's a
Burbs.
Western theme. Like
And then
1870s Western, that kind of Western.
and then a short 168 hours later,
yeah.
You can see the Money Pit show.
It's amazing.
just kill 168 hours real
meant
quick, and then you
to
got the next
Yeah,
one.
you
You know,
come
there,
back,
if you go
yeah.
to the Santa Monica Pier, if you play Pokemon Go,
Oh.
there's a lot to do. You can easily waste.
There's
100.
magic cards. You're gonna get a Gyarados for sure. Yeah, you hang out over there. Also, check it out on Mondays and Fridays, 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I play on Twitch, the Inner Gamercast. Check that out. That's the Twitch channel. And this last time I was actually playing NHL 17.
Nice.
Nice.
And I got the beta.
Nice.
And
That's exciting.
I made myself, and I'm playing online. It's fun.
That is the
got a hat
most
trick.
fun. That is always the most fun part of sports games, is just making yourself
Yeah.
in that game.
And then I'm like incredible.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
just
just
like
the
3
best.
goals, 1 assist.
Yeah, wildly.
I am the
Overtime
best.
winner.
Yeah.
I got 3 goals, 1 assist, and the overtime winner was the last goal of my hat trick. It was amazing.
Nice.
It felt good.
One
All right.
time I got
It
player
feels
of the
good.
game as Little Diva.
Oh yeah.
You know, just
When
throwing
you
that
say
out
one
there.
time, that had to have been pretty recently.
Yeah, it was.
It's just usually when I
You're
don't know,
right.
it's weird how like usually I hear one time it's like, oh, that was a while ago. It's like, oh, that was probably this week, because I talk to you often enough where like that happened very recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know,
Yeah,
just
it did.
because I have cool things that happened recently in my life, Sean, doesn't mean I can't share them with chat. All right.
I think you should. It's just one of those things where I just hear one time and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna hear a story from a long ago.
Nope.
But it was just a new
It was
thing.
just a small little honorable
It was this
mention
morning,
of Little
wasn't it?
Diva. You
Well,
know,
but
it
it
was
but
this morning.
but it wasn't an honorable mention because you got play of the game.
Play of the
I
game.
did get play of the game.
Yeah.
Potter.
I have not played enough Overwatch to ever get play of the game.
Well, you should fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
just play as soldier. You'll get one
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah. The problem
Or
is
even if you're good with
Or
Junkrat.
Junkrat.
Junkrat
Just
gets it all the time if you're
freaking
good.
lay waste.
Let's do Bastion.
Bastion.
Yeah, that's true.
Park.
So there are so many dumb people that don't know how to deal with Bastion. That
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know any of
I
these people.
all right. Sorry to interrupt you in your thing.
Oh well, no.
Oh, I don't care if I interrupted you. I meant sorry.
Oh, but I do have one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
And improv team Corvair. There we go. At
There we go.
Nerdist. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Guys, follow me on Twitter. Sometimes I tweet funny things. You might like them. At Kelsey Kelsom.
Counting down the top 100, top 50 tweets.
Yeah, you can count down my top 10 funny tweets.
I really should know more about Casey Kasem if I'm gonna make any jokes about Casey Kasem.
Yeah, he died.
He voiced.
That's a funny joke.
That's a funny joke.
He-
No, guys, come on, let's not.
He voiced Shaggy.
He did. He did a lot of voiceover work on Scooby Doo.
Mm-hmm.
It's surprising. He doesn't have a very distinctive voice.
Right?
Yeah.
Such
it
a
just
normal
sounds
voice
like
that no
everybody.
that no one recognizes.
But yeah, at Kelsey Kelsom, I'd love to have you come, follow me if you want to. I don't know.
That's exactly how
Yeah.
you do it. Good job. Nailed it.
Thanks, guys.
It's the
Way
right
to
wording.
go.
Yes.
Thanks for being chat.
Chat, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Again, please make sure to wish a happy birthday to my friend on the internet. That's pretty much all I've got to say. Please support us at Gen Con if you're there. If you're not there, support us through social media. It's very helpful and important to us that you help us spread the word about our activities at Gen Con, because this is my first time at Gen Con, all right? I'm not a fucking nerd like you are, all right? So this is my first time. Let's make it worth it, all right? Let's make it so good that I have to go back again and again. So please help me make this a very fun experience, not only for the Saving Throw team, but for everybody else who is coming to our shows. I really want to pack we have a live show at Gen Con, so I'm going to demand that you help us publicize that. I don't know how. I think it's an event on Facebook, or there's got to be some way they can help us, Dom, right? Retweet about the event, our live show, Facebook, stuff like that. Twitter, just hashtags, Instagram.
Snapchat.
Yeah, just Snapchat. Yeah, just during Gen Con, please help us out social media wise and very last thing, very last thing. Back us on Patreon. So thanks so much, guys.
Cool.
There we go.
Thanks a lot.
guys.
Oh, and
you.
thanks to Dom as always, because Dom is the best.
Yay.
Hashtag government 10.
Hashtag government 10.
And hashtag swath?
Swath.
Swath.
Swath. Swath Beatles.
Swath Beatles.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. See you soon.
3 weeks.
Now yo, you rascals with the bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes won't be high.
Hey, he's a master of concealment and an adept at disguise.
Which years is when he's taking past the husband what's the lie.
He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, buff or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion.
And he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe.
The grass is green,
The air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't no fun in looking so as we's around behind. The world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So let your roast propose a toast to the drunken friends of mine.
a hero journey far and wide, but in riches, gold and magic. But he never found a true love sight, and it made him sad in time.
Mademoiselle Marley was walking, he was shot as he was singing.
And I made a man from over there.